Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scofield, doing representing. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? Jesus Shuttleworth, the guy, aka the GOAT artist. You know what it is? LB Lauderdale Boss. RingGameRadio.com. Monday night boxing talk. Let's get it. Sample Canes Forever coming soon.
Yes, sir. Bringing in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You know who this is. Your boy King People. They can box in the building. Ring Game Radio all day. Let's go. And as your king, you mediocre boxing fans, you casuals, you mediocre fucking boxing content creators. I be seeing some of the shit y'all be putting in. Some of y'all really need to y'all can't be allowed in the bodega at all because some of the shit that y'all be saying is like, oh my God. Like, bro, y'all are not as smart as you think you are.
Never.
And they just be like, okay, you're an idiot. And guess what? I just want to tell you something. The only time you get any traction is when people tell you how much of an idiot you are. And just let me tell you, that's not exactly some gimmick you want. That's not exactly the best gimmick. So just saying. No names, but there's a couple of people out there like that. So
if the shoe fits, put it on, nigga.
Also, niggas that can't pick up a 30-pound, 40-pound fucking trash bag can't move that shit at all. Nah, you can't come into bodega. Nah, fuck out of here.
Who raised you, nigga? Who raised you? Y'all, them niggas can't even pull up. Y'all can't even park on this block, nigga. Y'all gotta park down the street and walk through type shit.
Yo, you niggas is silly as hell, yo. But P got a point about the boxing creators, yo. Yo, some of you niggas is just fucking weird out there too. Like, and one pretty much trolled his way to getting a sparring ass whooping, because we all know who I'm talking about. So yeah, like, you you motherfuckers gotta watch what you say, and hopefully, one day it might bite you in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Man, them boxers know who the fuck with when it comes to that shit. They always seemingly want to be sparring the niggas who be on that wave. Let a nigga who really got hands had that energy. Motherfuckers never pick them niggas.
That's also true. Straight up.
They know.
But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? Pod the West Coast Avenger. Preparing for liftoff. Ring in radio. Let's fly. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Conscious stays elevated above the clouds and shit. And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Yo, you already know who the fuck it is. Wrong top 5 in this bitch, but I'm not 5. You already know, nigga. Chicago stand up. Southside.
A little remix to that. You know what I'm saying? But I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? Rome top 5. Leaves these niggas in the breeze. You dig? Basically we had a fairly light week of boxing this weekend, and so there's it happens or whatever. Just briefly, I briefly mentioned, Natasha Jonas though getting her ass whooped by Lauren Price though. That was sad to watch. Like, that was a really sad fight, and I truthfully,
what's sad is Price ain't get the goddamn KO, cause man,
yeah. Jonas. Obviously, she also too got robbed by Katie Taylor some years back. When they were both, fighting on Eddie's Mandingo cards and shit like that, and she did become a champion and everything like that. But time comes for us all. But yeah, getting her ass whooped like she did, it was just like, oof.
I think Price is just
and Price
too good in the wrong style.
To Shutter's point, Price is one of the rare females that be getting this bit. She be knocking shit loose. So I was kind of shocked she didn't get the knockout. But Jonas is durable. So
because she didn't really press for it because she was hurting Jonas throughout the fight. I've never seen Jonas be rendered useless. Cause Jonas really I don't think this bitch landed 5 good punches on Shorty. Yeah, she was really outbox out everything. She didn't really get nothing going. If Price would have just pressed her more, she probably could got a knockout because she was hurting her.
Yeah, that stoppage would have came. Honestly, it was really sad to watch because Jones has been has been pretty much a good stalwart of women's boxing over the last like 5-6 years, maybe even more than that.
Miss GB been holding it down, but this fight, nah. Like, I feel like she just had the wrong strategy too. Like she tried to like, I don't know. And the thing is, if you would have seen her at the weigh-in, that told me something right then wasn't right. Like, this first time I've seen somebody, a woman just do the weigh-in, and you just in a hoodie and all that shit. You don't even take your clothes off.
Yeah, facts.
So I was like, God damn, bitch, you not in shape. Like, why the fuck you even doing this? It just, the look on her face was just on some, like, I couldn't be bothered. Like, and she fought like it too. There was like no urgency. It was just following Price around, and Price was just pop, pop.
Yeah.
10 rounds. Every round was the same.
Yeah, it was sad to watch. Like, honestly, a mercy stoppage would have probably been a better result than her taking that type of punishment for 10 rounds. Like, she was. Yeah,
because she was never in the fight. Like, you can't give Jonas 1 round.
No, you can't. Although the judges sure as hell did, and every one of them, like, need.
I think one judge had it a 90 to 100. I was like,
yeah, that's the score. That's
the score. Like, you literally had to give Jonas a mercy round because she never did enough. And it's like, I can't believe this is the same person who gave Katie Taylor hard fights, Mayer hard fights. Like, damn, she was just outclassed. Like, nothing she could do. We rarely see that shit.
Yeah, just wasn't her night. It was a horrible night at the office for her.
Nigga, this is go past. Wasn't her night. Like, this isn't her week. Like, shit.
Yeah, seriously, I was just like, damn, like, should you even be fighting anymore? It's like, I mean, usually when people lose like that, they lose their fighting fire. Like, there's something got extinguished. It's not just.
Is she 40 too? Is she 40?
Yeah, she's 40. Yeah, she's old. Yeah.
But I seen Clarissa Shields made a tweet about it. Like, I see why you ain't want to fight me. Man, Price is whooping your ass. If that would have been me, I would have stopped you. And I'm like, damn it, lady. Like, it ain't always about you, nigga. Like.
But low key, she's not lying. She probably will. Like, Clarissa is
dude, fucking Jonas started fighting at like 135.
Yeah, definitely. And
the fact she went up to get a title at 154 and be effective at 147. Clarissa Shields, if that's the case, if you could beat nigga, why don't you just call out Price? Because niggas even pressed her on that. Niggas just like, what about you and Price? And she's like, yeah, that's later down the line or some shit. I'm like why y'all niggas always calling out the fucking loser, bro?
And like, what later down the line? She's in your divisions. All she has to do is like, you're running out of name fighters to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know the talent is thin above 154. So yeah, Clarissa, she's gonna have to see
Price. Because that fight was at 147, ain't it?
Which one? The Price and Jonas?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that 147?
It was one. I thought it was 154 for some reason, but yeah, no, 147.
No, I thought it was 147. Yeah,
147. Because Jonas has been at 154 before, but that's the thing I'm talking about.
She moved back down. She moved down.
Yeah, Shields ate her way out of those the contention of those weight classes. So, like, to be minding that business over there, it just wasted time because you're not going to fight nobody down there. Like, you're getting upset that a nigga who started at 135 didn't want to fight you?
Yeah.
Are we really going there? Like, imagine Golovkin getting mad at Terrence Crawford. Like, you never fought me. We was both on HBO at the same time. Like,
sounds like
what kind of stupid shit is that?
Yeah. I think Clarissa needs to be more concerned about having dirty blunt smoke in her system and shit like that, than critiquing other lighter fighters than her. Like, right now, like, she needs to.
Yo, niggas must have smoked out that arena hard as fuck.
I think if I'm not mistaken, she dropped for WBO too, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, because WBO doesn't allow people holding 2 belts in different divisions at the same time, so she was forced to make a choice.
I got you.
So, and she made a choice to be a heavyweight, so she can have her booty, as she likes to keep saying in her tweets. Shit like that.
Papoosie's alphabetical slaughter. You know what I'm saying?
I seen Shadesha Green call her out in some Because she was looking at it like the whole like,
Nah,
why did you ever call my people, hit up my people to get on that Netflix card and all this, da 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 da.
Shields has too much pride to not be a co-main. Like that'd be a money co-main. You need to beat the shit out of Sinead's Green, but you don't.
That's what I'm saying, and be on Netflix. Then you could talk about, oh, I'm the most seen woman boxer and all this shit. But until that happens, it's like
imagine Papoose. Papoose could come out there perform one of his songs for you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a great look. I mean,
it's too much pride, like you said, because she literally could just beat up Shadesha Green on the co-main and just call it a night.
I think it's an all-female card, which some people don't like it, but whatever. It's boxing, so I ain't tripping.
The fact it's on Netflix and it's an all-female card, like that's big. Like, so more people gonna see that than they gonna see these turkey cards niggas be hyping up.
Even though they're better, so it's like,
yeah, but what's the point of being better if less people are watching it? That's like some underground mixtape rapper argument. You know that nigga nicer.
Well, pretty much.
Ain't no one listening to this nigga mixtape.
Well, I mean, that's the legacy of Mayweather versus Pacquiao now. Even if the shit is trash, it's like, oh, a lot of people saw it. That's literally its legacy right now. We're seeing it being played out.
Well, I mean, hold on. There's a happy medium somewhere in between.
There is a happy medium, but that's exactly the legacy that fight is leaving behind. As long as there's people watching it doesn't matter if the presentation is boxing at its best. That's what today 20. That's what boxing 25 is.
No, but that's all right. That's kind of not right. Simply because
Mayweather Pacquiao was trash.
No. I mean, it underwhelmed, but it wasn't supposed to. It was
going to. There was nothing on that card that was announced that was ever said that says that was going to be good. 3 fights for $100, and none of them delivered. Like it was trash. Like. From undercard to the main event.
And then they kept the damn public out of the promotion. They did everything on some closed door weigh-in, closed door press conferences. They're like that. That's the thing with Mayweather Pacquiao. They acted like we were getting treated to some special event when they never did. It was just business. That's why you see all these fights like Spence and Crawford, Ryan Garcia, Tank. That's why they all felt bigger. Because it was never just taken away from the public.
The only difference is,
because there. I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but I remember like the whole thing was, well, when Mayweather Pacquiao, the fight sells itself. That's always what I heard. The fight sells itself. You don't need.
It did, but you had a chance to elevate the sport. And imagine if they really would have promoted that shit instead of saying, well, the trolls and the dick riders promote this fight for 5 years, so we ain't got to do nothing. These niggas can just fight. Instead of just saying, you know what, okay, we finally got this fight. Let's go all out, promo the fuck out of this, and give everybody what they want. Like the conversations, the talks, the guest appearances, all that shit. Like they never really decided to do no shit like that. No press tour, no nothing. And this is the fight of the century. Like they dropped the ball on that. And then that's what I'm talking about. How boxing is lazy when it comes to shit like that.
The only difference is though it has the pay-per-view buy record, so it showed a shit full of pay-per-views.
Yeah, I mean the fight was talked about for 5 years. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's one of those. It kind of came in and went. Like Mayweather Pacquiao isn't held in no special regard in nobody's heart. It's just people just remember the numbers. That's it. It has no legacy.
And that's why I correlate to the shit like Jake Paul is doing or whatever Netflix is, because it's just like if the action is, people remember the numbers. It's like, oh, it was this, that, and the third. But okay, like what was that card like? With the exception of obviously the women's card, the women's fight, that shit was like it wasn't good.
But I'm saying, dude, you still got a fucking fight of the year.
Comparing those two are kind of disingenuous because one is a legitimate fucking fight, the other one's a dog and pony show. Like, come on, I'm not gonna do that. We're not being legitimate.
He's comparing the co-main to the main. Like, you can't do that shit, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, Pacquiao Mayweather, like that's what started all this shit now with niggas marinating zeros and all this bullshit and nobody fighting each other. Them niggas started that bullshit. But the only difference is they was good enough to not be losing like these niggas do. So they could have held out fighting other people until they fought each other. These niggas now, like, you can't plan no fight in advance because these niggas ain't that good.
Yeah, but I do agree with Pete, though. There is a happy medium, and we just need to actually see it. Hopefully, we'll see it one day. Like, I mean, actually, we saw it in 2019. We saw the happy medium in 2019. You know, there was the big fights delivered. You know, and
that's on every platform. If we talking about just Amazon is the closest thing you'll get to in between, meaning as real promotion is something that everybody knows and has Amazon, as opposed to like the Zone where it's like, you know, not too many people have it, shit like that. Like, so it's like certain cards. Well, what was the pay-per-view buys? The greatest card of all time had 45,000 buys in what, America?
No, that was like false. It's not.
What was it then?
I don't know that the number hasn't been released.
So the niggas are still on. Nah, that number was a real number. Like,
nah, the number came from a parody account, nigga. That's not the fucking real number.
Then where's the real number? No one has a real number by now.
No one has it yet. It has been. It's the same thing with taking Roach, niggas. I'm hearing it didn't even break 100, but the real number, like the people who used to report didn't report the shit yet. So it's like,
so now everybody's hiding the fucking numbers. The goddamn. The fucking YouTube preview shit on the PBC Tank Roach had more views than goddamn that Turkey shit.
Well, that's YouTube.
65,000 people watching the damn YouTube.
YouTube is YouTube. It's not pay-per-views, nigga. No, YouTube is free, nigga.
It still don't matter. You had 60 people talking about, oh, this fight ain't selling. Oh, nobody wants to see this. You had 65,000 motherfuckers watching that shit.
I mean,
the free version.
I mean, pay-per-view buys. The only person who actually sells pay-per-views that's left is Canelo. He's the only one that's legit. That's a legitimate. Everyone else is just kind of they're one-offs or they're just not selling pay-per-views. I mean, that's the bottom line, pretty much. Unless you're Jake Paul, you know.
The man had to sell with Edgar Berlanga, who has his own little bullshit fan base.
Yeah,
Munguia said, like Canelo still can't sell. Like if you put Canelo in there with John Ryder, you get Canelo bullshit numbers.
Well, but I'm saying Canelo's the one with actually proven history. Like, whereas everyone else is kind of one-offs. Tank is a one-off. Ryan Garcia is a one-off. I mean, Crawford and Spence, which was built up, only did 600, 700K max. You know, so
I will say with Tank, I mean, they keep putting him on pay-per-view, so they got to have some kind of return if they can.
Nah, because he's selling out gates. These other niggas ain't selling out. Ain't putting $7-8 million gates.
It's probably the gates, yeah. Because I know pay-per-view.
And even then, wasn't Tank doing like 250,000 buys, 350 buys?
I think
like,
300.
Yeah, but the gate number is more than made up for it.
Yeah, like even Canelo Gates ain't making money like that.
But Canelo has actually
shit. In the Bivol fight, they were in the red. They lost money on that Bivol fight.
You know,
these Canelo fights don't be making no fucking. The only Canelo fights that be making money were like Golovkin fights.
Canelo makes money. He gets like 50 cents on every concession thing he makes. So Canelo makes hand over fist money on whatever. That's why he keeps fighting, because he literally makes money off the concession.
Yeah, no, but I mean, regardless of whether he made the money or not, it doesn't change the fact that his last couple of fights, most of them have been dead, like just
Saunders,
Bivol, like them shits ain't sell.
Commercially panned.
The buzzing in there. The buzzing.
It's not.
He can only sell when he on PBC.
Yeah, it was commercially panned for like 3 out of the last 4. He didn't
I
make
don't think
no
he
money.
sold with Munguia. If he did, I mean.
No, the Munguia one did decent numbers, I heard, but the Berlanga one was a flop.
I heard Berlanga did like 600,000 pay-per-view buys.
I heard Berlanga was the better one. I knew Munguia was the flop.
Maybe I'm confusing the two then. Hold on, because one of them was a flop.
Up, but I didn't hear Munguia was a flop either though.
One of them was a flop, like considered a flop, and the other one did well.
Yeah, no, Berlanga was the one because we'll go more into Berlanga because like I got some bars for Berlanga and what's going on right now.
Okay, my bad. Then flip them because I'm like I know one of them did well, and one of them didn't. So I guess I got the.
If you're Mexican and you can't sell against another Mexican, like how Mexican are you, nigga?
I mean, he sold with
mean-
Chavez Jr. I mean, he definitely.
Yeah,
Chavez Jr.,
because
bro.
Chavez Jr. Who gives a fuck about Munguia?
And even then, it's like, come on, bro. Like, you can't even knock these niggas out.
Yeah, I mean, pay per view. The legit pay per view like headliners. I mean, it's probably a dead thing. Like, because fighters aren't even built up the way they need to be selling pay per views anymore. So it's
And
like,
that goes for all of them. Fucking Canelo ain't fighting the type of people he need to fight to be on pay per view. Skull, really? The fuck out of here.
God, I really hope that bullshit ain't on no pay per view. But it's Turkey's. It's not PBC that's paying for it. It's Turkey's paying for this shit. Ugh.
Motherfucker can't even come out with his own belts. Turkey's like, nah, I need that Fatal Fury mark of the world belt.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think I'm gonna watch that Skull fight because Skull is complete ass.
Yeah, it is
That's
ass.
a waste of time. That's a waste of time.
Yeah, that's why I'm mad at Shishkin. If Shishkin actually won that belt, then I would be interested in Canelo versus Shishkin. At least, okay, that's interesting. Shishkin can actually fight. He can actually fight good offensively, whereas Skull is just like it has all of Laura's worst traits.
I mean, I wouldn't have liked Shishkin either because Shishkin's just a fucking caveman. But
yeah, I would have. Yeah, he would have came to fight. That's the problem. Like he was.
Skull is complete ass.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
no,
Shishkin would have been better.
I mean, yeah, he would have came to fight. But I mean, I'm gonna at least give Canelo his respect. You got to be a little bit better than a fucking caveman to beat Canelo. Like, so
yeah, but this is
a caveman that's throwing 100 punches around. Hold on, like.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Shishkin would have been more interesting to me. Because he's an actual contender, whereas Skull was one just picked out of Germany somewhere and got a high ranking from God knows what or where. Yeah,
at least we seen Shishkin kind of hold it down a little. Like, and both options are bad. It's just Skull is the worst option.
I'm not disagreeing. Skull is by far the worst option.
Yeah, no, God forbid.
Yeah, but Canelo's a face of boxing. Look at this bullshit. Like, come on, fuck this nigga. Horrible ass fights.
Yeah.
Like, and now he in Turkey dick riding this dude. But it's like, bro, like, no one gives a fuck until you get Benavidez versus Canelo. Like, you can't sell me on any Canelo fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That's been dead. Like Canelo being the face of boxing. There was not too long ago. There was a time where it was like I looked at Tank and Canelo as 1A and 1B. Now it's not even that. Like Canelo's time.
Dude, Canelo stopped being the face of boxing when it became clear he wasn't trying to face Benavidez. Like when you don't try to face your biggest op and you got all the belts and niggas is kind of maneuvering around you in order to stay relevant, like you lost the plot. Like all this face of boxing shit, nah. Oh, what up, Android? Salute, what it do? Lord Frieza, what it do? Salute. Canelo never faced a boxer. Goddamn right, he never was. You can't be fucking.
Not Crawford though.
Crawford ain't no goddamn face of boxing. Just because you go on a victory, a year-long victory tour, don't mean you're the face of boxing.
I mean, right now they're just multiple faces of boxing right now. Not one that's really standing out. Because even with Tank hasn't really kind of crossed over to the way niggas would think he is. Mostly because he doesn't do a lot of media. That's his problem. So it's like
he been doing that shit this year. Like this fight with Roach, like he's crossover. Niggas know Tank. It's just I felt like he hasn't had that type of opponent that just kind of transcends.
Question. I was just gonna ask a question. Is it reasonable? Is it not far-fetched to think that as of today, that more people care about Ryan than Canelo?
Yes, I feel like more people do care about Ryan Garcia than Canelo. If you're talking about buzz, juice, all of that, excitement, and we're looking forward to their fight, yes.
Because Ryan, he built his brand up basically the new school way, which is putting videos out every fucking day, every fucking hour about what the fuck he's doing on social media. Like he built himself up to.
He's also fighting the top guys though too, which Canelo hasn't been doing.
He's also an exciting. I mean, he's vulnerable, but at least someone's gonna, more likely somebody gonna get knocked out, more than likely.
I mean, he's a cheating racist POS.
Yeah, I know.
No, don't get me wrong.
Garcia facing Duarte is better than Canelo facing, let me see, anybody since goddamn Bivol. And that's horrible. Look, we got to go to Bivol.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, man. Like, ain't no way. I don't care. Like, yeah, like he crazy. We done shat on Ryan Garcia enough times. Like, nigga ain't perfect. Dude annoying as fuck. Racist bull, all that shit. Like he don't annoy me as much as T.O. do or Canelo. Though. I'll give you that.
But I mean, they're running the same. Except T.O. His purpose is he's racist because he thinks it's
T.O. definitely fucking racist.
Well, Canelo's more annoying, like in a boxing sense, but like because of all the bullshit. But like personally, I'm more disgusted with the other two because at least Canelo, I think, is a halfway decent guy. The other guys are
fuck him too, because you can't be no halfway decent guy and then you ducking niggas and shit. Fuck him too. Niggas is horrible.
I'm just talking about personally.
No, I feel where P's coming from because
that's good. No, because honestly, I look at it like this: like that's like those people at your job who they do trash work at your job and they get by, but then they want to be best friends outside the job, and it's like, nigga, I don't even like working around you. Like, you're trash. Like, you make my job harder. Why the fuck I want to go happy hour with you, nigga? Like, the fuck out my face. Like, that's what Canelo is to me. Like, bro, like, I don't want to have a beer with you. I don't want to have a cerveza with you when you ain't fighting Benavidez. You having boring ass fucking fights with motherfuckers. You can't knock out niggas like Ryder and Munguia and Berlanga. Like, fuck you. Like, no. Like, you got me sounding like De La Hoya in this motherfucker now. Like, I ain't gonna be friends with you, nigga. You on the same level. Like, I'm not one of these dick riding niggas who's hyping up shit you did 10 years ago.
And speaking of De La Hoya,
I be sounding like Slim Charles. Like, you had the good old HBO days, nigga. Those were the good old days, nigga. The past, motherfucker.
I was watching the Ryan Rowley press conference. In my mind, I was like, "Damn, Oscar could beat all these guys." I pick all these guys I pick Oscar versus all six of these niggas in his prime.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
he would. He would literally level all those niggas across the stage,
He'd
bro.
probably KO him. He'd probably beat them all by KO, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I say. I mean, it's just like Oscar. Like, I mean, I know most people get Oscar for what he says, but Oscar can say it. Because literally, he's made probably the most money in the sport. He's fought everyone. He has the titles. Like, he has the gold medal. Like, he literally has accolades you can't even fuck with. Like, so if he says that a nigga like Rolly is trash, and like, what's Rolly gonna say? Well, he can talk his trash, but you know, but Oscar as a fighter surpassed him as a, you know. Oscar in his first year as a fighter surpassed what Rolly fucking did. You know,
it's like it's night and day. Like, maybe a light year. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like niggas might not like what Oscar says, but Oscar can say it because he's like, what are you gonna tell him? Like,
and he wasn't one of those people who started this whole waiting out the super fight shit. That's Mayweather Pacquiao, like that whole let's marinate. Yeah, let's make this fight bigger and bigger. Like, no, fuck you, nigga. Like, y'all just fight already.
Yeah, I mean,
Oscar was the last true face of boxing that never ducked the smoke and gave us fights on time.
Well, yeah. He didn't
fights on time. What was that? Fights on time, which is like a forgotten concept.
Not marination, because he knew that's where the money was. I mean, he was a golden boy, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna fight.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Like, motherfuckers were upholding the sport. Like, niggas knew, like, all right, summertime, I gotta give y'all niggas a super fight. Yeah, here it go. These niggas now is like, fuck it, summertime. Shit, I gotta fuck with these hoes, man. Fuck this boxing shit, nigga. Like,
yeah,
the whole commitment is just different, man. Like,
yeah, like Oscar didn't really duck anyone until like the end of his career when he ducked Margarito because he beat the shit out of Cotto and fought Steve.
Yeah, Margarito was the only real true duck he had, which was crazy because
that was down the line. Yeah, I feel it though. But I don't.
Yeah,
it's crazy because like De La Hoya should beat the shit out of Margarito, so him ducking him was just. That shit just felt scary. Like,
yeah, he didn't. And then he fought Pacquiao at a catchweight that he wanted, and got his career ended. So it's like,
but then people switched the narrative and made it seem like Pacquiao forced the superstar De La Hoya to fight at this catchweight. Like, right. Then we had this whole saga of Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao fans annoying the fuck out of the rest of boxing fans, and they had a horrible ass fight and. That didn't go nowhere. And goddamn fucking Floyd dad even complaining, talking about stop running. Like
it didn't propel the sport. And I mean, it really didn't.
it didn't. It was one of those. Pacquiao Floyd was like, okay, let's just check off. Let's mark the checklist on boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just super fight that made 100 mil, check. Bored everybody in Vegas, check. Excuses from both fighters afterwards, check.
Yes.
Like that shit was just horrible.
And my boy actually got tickets at the last minute. He went there because it was just like it was some shit to do, and he said it was probably one of the worst shits he ever went to live. Like,
yeah, the atmosphere was just so dead, man. Like that's why I don't mind like the energy. Fucking Ryan Garcia and Tank and all the young niggas bring Devin Haney and all, because you need that. Like they need all that shit. This boxing supposed to be interactive. You're supposed to be going back and forth with the fans and proclaiming this and that. When you remove all of that, it's just some corporate sponsored picnic bullshit, which is what we got from them two niggas.
Yeah, no.
Biggest knock on their legacy is the horrible fight they gave us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be definitely gonna be an interesting segment to cut out too. But hey, niggas got to hear it. Like, nigga, we just gave you a real life history.
Yeah, it's facts though. Like that shit ain't do nothing for the sport. Like it made those niggas richer, but it didn't do. You hardly even have highlights from that fight. You got like maybe 4 highlights out that fight.
I barely watched. I don't think I've watched that shit again after that fight. I was just like,
yeah, dude, it's literally one of those fights you just saw it in time. But you don't go. Shit felt like a Kendrick Lamar album. Like,
and I'm
it's great the first time, but that's it.
Because I called everybody over to order it. You know, I order it because it was a moment, but it was a waste.
Yeah, I paid $100. I had my boy Juck come over and shit like that, and he brought his like fiance Jill, and like in. Yeah, we were basically. It was just more like we were just bullshitting. Like it was more intense. Bullshit.
It was just getting lit. It was just
watching
boxing was just a background noise that night.
Yeah,
which it shouldn't be. Like I can't imagine Tyson Holyfield being background noise for niggas.
Yeah, facts.
Fuck out of here. Like, but Floyd Pacquiao, yeah, that was background noise for niggas.
Yeah, for real. But no, speaking of Tank though, like earlier this week, actually, like 3 days ago, the New York State Athletic Commission ruled on what happened between Tank and Roach a week and a half ago. As we all know, Tank went down in the 9th round, and then shortly after got wiped down from one of his cornermen, which both things are either you can be disqualified for both things, or at least get a count. And neither of them happened. And
you better not disqualify a nigga on a pay-per-view like that, bro.
Hey, if Roy Jones could get DQ'd, nigga, then anyone can get DQ'd, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Roy Jones beat a nigga down when he was down. Like that's one thing. Like if you're gonna get DQ'd, at least a punch need to be landed for a DQ. That's in my book. Like you don't DQ a nigga off for taking that bullshit knee, turn around like weird shit. Like you just. The first thing is you DQ a nigga, like nah.
Well, no, I mean you wouldn't get DQ, but he'll get DQ for the cornerman interfering without the ref saying so. That would have been the DQ.
Even then, it's like, yo, deduct the point. Like nobody's trying to see DQs in goddamn pay-per-view main events. Like
I feel. I mean, all I know is I remember I was not happy when fucking Molina got DQ'd against Kirkland for that shit. The same for cornerman got interfered.
Yeah. I didn't like that either because I felt like. Kirkland finally turned it around, and then it's like DQ, like
yeah, exactly, like
what the fuck, like imagine that was on pay-per-view, it'd feel even worse.
Yeah, that shit was crazy though. But obviously with the controversy, because the scores ended up being a draw, and a knockdown, had that counted would have given Roach the win and the title. So basically, the New York State Athletic Commission, after getting an appeal request from Roach and his attorney, said the draw decision would not be overturned. It says the bout continued for more than 3 full rounds after the referee's no knockdown call, and because the boxers necessarily adjusted to the referee's ruling, the referee's call was not outcome determinative. It also added that the commission believes that the knee should have been ruled a knockdown, as is within the discretion and authority of the referee to make that decision. Even though Steve Willis counted and then stopped, which makes that kind of bullshit. Like, no, that doesn't make no fucking sense. The nigga counted. You know, when you count, you know, you're supposed to complete that shit.
That was my whole thing. Like, he should have never counted. Like, if the shit was so weird, like, because once you count, you committed to that. Did anybody ever watch it back and see when he called timeout and all that other shit?
Yeah, no, Matt was capping on that because I did not see any of that shit. Like,
I was like, bro, like, because I don't remember him calling a timeout. Like,
yeah, that nigga just straight out stopped 1, 2, and then stopped that shit, and then you know that was it.
Yeah, because Buddy described it like the nigga went to this corner, he pulled this nigga that corner, then it was like, all right, time out.
I know Matt was there, but I watched it. It's like there was no time or anything like that. If there was, you know, because the camera was on those niggas. Like it wasn't like they panned to the crowd.
Panned out, it was some top rank shit. Like, nah.
Yeah, like no, the camera was on them. We saw everything. That's why I was like, if there was like, okay, that would have sort of make sense. But yeah, there was no timeout in that shit, bro. Like, nah.
Yeah, he should have just never counted. That's what made it look bad. Like, if he would have just stopped it on some, if you would have timed out and just asked Tank, like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Then
yeah, so I mean, and it's unfortunate too. Like, you know,
remember, this is the first time something like this is happening, so that's why I'm not really getting mad at Steve Willis like that. Like, you could be upset, but I'm not, because that shit was just weird. Even y'all see Nicholas Walters fight, right, the other day?
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of it.
He did the same crazy. He turned around. What the fuck going on?
Yeah, he turned around, and the referee counted though. The referee did count.
Yeah,
he did that shit. And then the next time he did it, the referee called the fight off, as he should. You know, it's like, come on, you can't turn away from it. You gotta stay engaged in the fight. That's how you lose. You know what I'm saying?
And you see how that should just throw people off. So it's like, being a referee, I know is hard. You know, you gotta make pinpoint decisions on the drop of a dime, no matter what crazy, ridiculous shit is happening. This ain't like basketball where you don't have a history of like all types of fuckery. You don't have a nigga damn sky parachuting into a fucking basketball court or football field, and you don't have like riots breaking out. Boxing is just different, man.
Right. You know, but I mean,
except that Malice in the Palace.
Yeah, that once I see now every sport has their one time, but it's like it's not enough to compare to boxing. Like, I know UFC had their one time, basketball had their one time, but boxing, that shit is like all the time.
Yeah, it does. Like, you know,
you may not have nothing crazy in a while, but we might have something this year, especially with all this energy and niggas having this. Because Arnold and T.O. got some type of like, yo, fuck that, it's on site type energy.
And that shit is in Times fucking Square, where I can tell, like, honestly, truthfully, that might be like the one fight card where, like, if I find the credential sheet, I might like, you know what, that shit looks a little bit too lawless. I might need to cool out from being around that shit, because the energy might be too crazy for that shit.
Like, yo, real quick, I got a question. Niggas have never overturned a fight after it's done due to what a ref has done.
They have.
So what's different with this? If he missed the count, it was supposed to be a count. Why did they say it's not his fault?
Tank's the cash cow, and every title fight other than his first title win has been WBA. So it's like, you know, it's like distinguishing bodies will, you know, they, you know.
It's like
I think they made the right decision to not overturn it.
Of course, it was the right decision.
That would have been a little too far, because now we're retroactively changing things. Like now, like, oh, how do we know things would have been different if they actually counted it? Like, I don't know. Listen,
exactly, because now you're fucking going. Now you're being unfair against Tank, because you don't know how Tank would have responded if he got that knockdown against him.
If he knew he was down a point, he'd be like, you know what, let me go knock this nigga out next round.
Yeah, it's like when I don't know why I'm bringing this up as an example of this. It always reminded me of when people would say, like, for the first Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns fight, people would be like, talked about how Hearns outboxed the shit out of Leonard and how if it was 12 rounds instead of 15 rounds, Tommy Hearns would have won the fight. But I'm like, if it was 12 rounds instead of 15 rounds, I'm sure Sugar Ray would have adjusted and planned it accordingly. Like, you can't just say the shit like that. Like, well, if it was like this, and yes, but now if they know that, if they go in knowing that, then that allows them to adjust as they see fit.
He's not going to start beating your ass in the 12th and 13th round.
Right.
If it's a 12-round fight, Leonard picks it up around the 8th or the 9th. Like, he's not going to wait to the 14th round. Like, all right, fuck it. Like,
and also, if Roach knew he was up on the cards, he could have danced for 3 rounds and easily won on the scorecard.
Well,
he knew he wasn't up on no goddamn scorecards like that either.
This is kind of a halfway scroll up moment, but Pat, did it say? Because I read a report saying because there was 3 rounds boxed after. There was literally 3 because that's the excuse they use, saying there was 3 rounds
rule?
boxed after it happened. So they kind of cop out bullshit.
Yeah, but it makes sense because you still can't fucking predict how. Because case in point, we've already had this in Tank's own fight. Remember what Floyd said? Yo, man, like, you struggling with fucking Mario Barrios. I don't know.
You're losing
his energy to Floyd that night, but Floyd told this nigga, like, look, bro, you losing. What happened? Tank to pick it up. We saw Crawford, Sean Porter.
I was just gonna say that where they were like, "You're down," and literally you just see Crawford like, "Wait, I'm down? Huh? What? Okay,
I got you." And that's how it is. So it's like you don't know. Like, we've seen it all the time with shit. Like, you could tell a nigga like, "Hey, man, can't let this nigga catch you like that." Then he makes an adjustment. Boom, can't have that nigga dunk on you, bro. So come on, man. Like, you can't. Now you're just being unfair to Tank. When a draw is a draw, like, I don't know what these niggas like.
You can't play guy. You can't play guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly,
it didn't go your way. That's it.
And people disagree. And people disagree with me. But shit like this is why I'm actually okay with open scoring. Like, I've always been okay with open scoring. Like, it doesn't have to be like knowing what the score. Like, they show after certain rounds. They show the score. Okay. Yeah, so you know if you know what the score is. And people don't like
niggas ruin that though, because motherfuckers do that and then they like start tap dancing and fuck it off and shit. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Niggas take Gregory Hines and shit.
No, but
fuck that. Just get better scoring.
My thing has always been boxing is the only sport where you don't know what the score is in the match. Like, there's no other sport that does that. Where imagine you're like in basketball and you're hooping, you're just going back and forth.
Because it's a fight, nigga. You don't need to know that in a fucking fight.
But no, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the commentators' scorecards be close and they be accurate and they be on point.
Yeah. Like, now some of them might have a narrative, but for the most part.
No, whenever
these niggas ain't off like that.
Whenever they be like, "Yo, this is what's his name scorecard for the fight so far through 6," I'll be like, "Okay, that makes sense." But the judges never do whatever we see on TV. They never go that route. It always
most of the unofficial scorecards for me are bullshit. Like, Larry Hazard be infuriating me with his fucking unofficial scorecards.
Him fucking manic scorecards like be horrible. Niggas used to give shit to Harold Letterman, but Harold Letterman's fucking unofficial scorecards were a lot better than these niggas now.
Depending on who he was scoring it for.
But for the most part, Letterman wasn't like off or bad. Like, Letterman was, to me, I feel like Harold Letterman was like on point 80% of the time.
Who y'all think will talk more aggressive between Letterman or Hazard? Because I feel like both of them were pretty aggressive. Because both of them spoke with conviction with their scorecard.
Okay, Jim. Okay, Jim.
Let me tell you what the score is. Yeah, that type of
fucking fire marshal Bill.
I see you. I feel like you're about to defend Larry Hazard. I'll say this. I thought that there was a time where Larry's scores were decent, but over the years, they've just got progressively worse and worse. To the point where, like, I'm like, what the fuck is he even watching? So I just don't even pay attention to him.
Yeah, no, but I can't do open score because, like I said, just niggas hear them scores and they plan to not fight or they plan to let
look at Trump Canelo. Mm-hmm. Like, look at Trump Canelo, open scoring. Canelo literally didn't do nothing for like the last 4 rounds of that fight.
Yeah.
And still won lopsidedly in a fight that really could have been a draw.
I mean, I'm not saying it has to be, you have to know the score after every round, but like maybe like.
No, they did it what after 5, 7 and 10 or some shit.
I wouldn't even do.
And they literally be wrong every time.
I wouldn't even do after. I think you shouldn't get it after 9. Maybe after 8. Maybe like 2 times. Maybe after the 4th round and after the 8th round. I think that would be fair.
Nah.
Because with 8 rounds, you still have 4 more rounds to go. That's a long time. That's a lot of rounds.
Look, I'll keep it in the middle. Pause. If you was to say open scoring and you did it only once after the 6th round, I might just be cool with that. Like on some halfway mark shit where it's like, first half of the fight, this is what we got, and then that's it. Then just shut the fuck up, let the rest of the fight play out. But this whole after every 4 rounds, like, no, fuck you. Pay attention to the goddamn fight. Stop feeding your face with fucking nachos and fucking beer, nigga.
Facts.
Watch the goddamn fight. But if you said halfway, like Pat,
that's fine. That's fine too. That's fine too. Like after the 6th round, sure. Some.
And then that's it. Like you ain't gonna know the official scores until the fucking fight's over. Like, but that's it. I'll give you that. Maybe that. So the niggas who be like, "Whoa, so and so won the first half." I'm like, wait, hold on. But the scores were like 3-3, nigga. What you talking about? So now I can fuck with that, but I always feel like there's a happy medium somewhere, and I think they can make it on that. But I'm like Pat, I'm old school. Like fuck this open scoring shit. And y'all niggas abuse that goddamn motherfucker. Like that's like taking an open book test. Motherfuckers don't study anything and wanna fucking have the book in their face for like 3 hours. Like nigga, the classroom session only an hour, nigga. Fuck out of here. Get some flashcards, nigga.
It's I kind of accept that from you, kind of, LB, because like boxing's your main sport. Like, but like Pat, it's funny because Pat watches other sports, especially football. So if he were to take his boxing logic and apply it to football, he knows how stupid that would be. Oh well, okay, the Eagles are up by 17 points in the 3rd quarter. Oh, let's keep passing it just to and possibly turn the ball over and let them get back in the game.
But football's a different sport, though, man. Like you can't compare that to no boxing and 2 niggas is fighting. Like what I gotta keep telling you? Like what is this shit? Like oh, you can't see that this nigga just got faded up like 3 punches. Like I gotta keep telling you, like, hey, the nigga in the green corner is getting whooped now. 3 rounds later, hey, the nigga in the green corner still getting whooped. Like, bro, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Watch the goddamn fight, man. Come on.
Yeah, but like the thing I didn't agree with though, it's like people running up on Steve like at his other job and shit, like demanding.
You gotta leave him alone. You gotta leave him alone.
Yeah, you're a horrible person for doing that shit. Like that's like give niggas grace. Oh my god! Like Turkey was overdoing it with the memes and shit. Like it was almost seeming like it was on some racial shit. Cause the first time it happened and he had a meme and he was making fun of Steve Willis. Okay, I get it. Like it just happened. Everybody got a meme or two. But this nigga kept doing it for like days after the effect. And it's like, bro, like, what do you like? And you're saving boxing?
Yeah, that's some sucker shit. Fucking going up to Steve Willis at his other job to complain to fucking harass him about his fucking scorecards. Like, bro, nobody goes to your fucking job when you're flipping burgers and fucking shows you your tweets.
And also, yeah. And also by his law or whatever, Steve Willis can't even talk about it. So that was kind of a dumb. It was just clout chasing with that clip. Yeah,
it's just disrespectful too. Like, because honestly, there's been worse moves by refs, and I'll say from the lighter side of things, the lighter side of things, there's been refs who've done way worse, and they never get this type of harassment. Steve Willis fucks up one time. And the end result wasn't even bad. Like, it's a fucking draw, and it's like niggas are just losing their mind. Like,
and the thing is that, like, Steve, for the most part, has always been a very solid rep. He had a bad night at the office.
Thank
it
you.
Happened.
This ain't fucking Richard Steele, where you're like, damn, nigga, you fucked up this fight, you fucked up that fight, you fucked up.
It wasn't it wasn't the bad string of what's the dude that was the dude that fucking been in every countless war you could think of, Badu Jack, Castillo, Corrales, and fucking he ended up pulling the bullshit. What was his name?
Tony Weeks?
Yeah, Tony Weeks. Yeah. He's not like he on some shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like crazy. And Steve Willis is like he's a ref who's always kind of a meme and always a funny, like always known for his funny faces and shit. He did fuck up egregiously though, but still, it's like
What's that? Y'all keep saying egregious, like like he fucked up, yes, but this whole egregiously and the worst, like y'all just
it wasn't. No, hold up. It wasn't, to me. It wasn't only the knockdown thing. It wasn't only that. It was the fact that all fight he was kind of just letting Tank like do his thing. Like he was getting Tank get away with a lot of shit. Like, control the fight. You're the fucking ref. But like he let Tank get his way too many times. Didn't really warn. He should have taken a point at certain points. Like, bro, like, take control of the fucking fight. Like, it was just a bad fight. It was just a bad night.
It was a bad night. And then the other thing is people getting on Lamont Roach for actually putting in an appeal. Like, and niggas calling him out his name and shit like
that. They were calling him Lamont Haney. Like, they were comparing it to Devin.
Like, niggas is stupid. Like it's just like Haney had a legit reason for putting in a fucking appeal. Like, so that Roach. Like, I don't get just like when Wilder was talking about his gloves, it always said, "Oh, put in an appeal," and he's like, "No," because the appeal, like, they're gonna do their investigation. Like, and most likely, if let's say if Wilder had done his put in an appeal, then most likely they would have found out what he was saying was nonsense.
I mean, the thing is, I'm not surprised, because especially coming from fighters, because a lot of fighters have the opinion of, no, fuck the courtroom, just settle it in the ring. Like, they've always had that. Like with the street dudes, it's like, fuck, why are we going to court? Why are we taking the police? No, we settle it in the streets. Fighters want to settle it in the ring. So they're looking at it all. Going to the courtrooms is some bullshit, some whole shit. I'm not surprised they think that.
Yeah, but I mean, and I get that too, though. But if you could have filed an appeals for a thing, like, I'm sure back in the '80s when Billy Collins got his iris ripped out by fucking by Resto and Panama Lewis, he would have loved to put in an appeal, for that, instead of losing his career over that shit.
And end up committing, that word, but also
that other word, yes, that's word.
Yeah. But yeah, it is kind of crazy. I mean, I can see him suing, but the Devin Haney suing. I watched it before we got on. He was getting booed like he was the heel. It was like, goddamn, like, it was a bad look for him to sue. I mean, it is what it is. It's just, it was a bad look, and it's a bad perception because he's getting booed in L.A. in his hometown, even though he's only nigga on the card, but still.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not from L.A. He's not from L.A. He's from the Bay.
He's from the same state, getting booed like that.
No, L.A. and the Bay are very different.
L.A. and the Bay are different, but I'm sorry, Pilot still got a point, nigga. If you from Cali, you shouldn't be getting booed in fucking Cali, nigga. As the only nigga on the card, bro, that's a bad look.
I mean, there's a few niggas from Cali, but still, I mean, like, you're the most.
I get it.
You're the most accomplished fighter on the card, and you're getting booed like crazy because of the last time we saw you. I mean, and the whole suing thing was a bad look. At the end of the day,
it's how he went about it.
Yeah, but he had all the rights to do it. That's the thing. Like, I mean, the overweight thing. Like, yeah, you sign up on that. That's whatever. But when you have the Oscar in there, get the money. Like, fuck him. Like, he was like, it wasn't like he chose. Everything was unprofessional. Make sure he's suspended. Do all that shit. So that's how I feel. I mean, obviously Roach was like, yeah, you're gonna put the appeal because Roach was in a position where there was a precedent of the commission overturning a result, although it would have been a part to a no contest because that's what happened with fucking Bradley and Campbell. Like, that shit turned to a no contest, and most likely had Roach probably lost the fight on the cards, that could have probably happened. That was probably the only other option they could have done is put it as a no contest, because of the fuck ups. But just because
that's stupid, because I'd rather have a draw than a fucking no contest.
And I feel you on that too. Like, but I'm saying that's probably the only other thing that's probably the only other scenario that would have probably made sense for them to.
So the draw is like, look, nigga, I took Tank to the brink. A no contest is like y'all wasted y'all time.
Yeah, facts.
Because even with no contest, it helps Devin Haney because that's a loss, nigga.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, because he lost on the cards, and the no contest, got him 0 back, as it should have. And that was
you can't unhook them hooks though.
Of course, that's what niggas like keep saying, like, but you can, as long as you get the 0 back, that's what it is, But yeah, no. Obviously, at least with Tank versus Roach, there are now talks for the rematch. So, and most likely, obviously, the rematch is probably going to be bigger. Like, this is what happens, a cherry pick, and honestly, it's not the first fight where a cherry pick, went wrong, and then we got a rematch. It's not, so obviously,
I'm not surprised either, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's gonna be bigger, and I'm pretty sure, like, whatever this first fight, so it will probably sell a hell of a lot more.
If it's in Saudi, I don't know, but that's nothing.
If they put Tank and Roach in Saudi, I'd actually be 100% because it's not a Saudi fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck, pilot? What you smoking?
Yeah, that would surprise me more than anything. But even because Turkey, I mean, because they're not on the Saudis' radar, but yeah, most likely, it will. I mean, either it'll be in New York or maybe they'll actually put it in the DMV where it probably belonged.
It needs to be in DMV.
It should be DMV.
Like, damn, can we give the hometown fans something? Shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, P's already in. With the New York fights, I
mean, they could probably break the Baltimore. Where the Ravens play at? Go over there. Shit.
Playing that loser ass stadium. but
is this even a stadium fight, nigga?
No, it's probably more. Like I said, they're gonna build that shit up, though. Like I said, because it's like it's controversy, and Roach, Roach won the event, so it's like
you can't say nothing about that. He did win the event, like just to have niggas still talking.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's the next fight, it's going to be big because of the controversy,
But let's acknowledge the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. Now niggas is like, Keyshawn Davis and niggas is like, yo, I'll fight.
I'll fight him.
I'll fight him. Oh, he a top guy to fight now?
Same with Shakur too. Yeah.
Now he is.
All these niggas, y'all niggas is funny style. Like,
y'all should have on this man before. Shakur never gave him props the whole way, but still, it's still kind of like.
Yeah, Shakur a little different, but it's like these other niggas, man. Like, come on, man, what y'all doing?
Yeah, I saw Haney talk about. I knew he was like that when Haney was clowning when it first got out, but he was like, "Oh yeah, Roach was always like that." Yeah, all right, but you just go down.
Yeah, like Haney not perfect in this shit. Like the whole, like I know Bill has a lot to do with a lot of people hating Haney. I mean Devin, which is lame because I feel like, goddamn, like Bill tried, but then Bill overdo it sometime and he be flipping out and. Remember the man argued with Floyd, was looking bad in that shit. Then he cursing out Grisham. I just seen this shit.
No, he went off on Grisham. Yeah, he went.
Well, like piece of shit. And Grisham was just standing there taking it, but then he was doing a little passive aggressive white people do sometimes.
He didn't like that shit at all. But he
didn't like it, but he was eating it up though. But then he was like, Michael Buffer introduced you. Like
he was trying to hug it. He was trying to hug it out after Bill's like, fuck all that.
Yeah, like I was like, God damn. But
I feel Bill, and I can see why people don't like him, but whatever.
I feel Bill, but this is the thing. Niggas forgetting about the whole Haney situation with the lawsuit and all this. You can't take the stance that you took and do all that hyping and moaning and bitching and moaning and da complaining and championing this and that, and you end up still fighting the nigga. If you were always going to go and fight the nigga again and do a deal to put in a rematch for this nigga, What was the fucking
No,
point?
it's not even facing them again. But you're literally not you're not even the main event. You're literally being the co-main. The money must have been
Yeah,
good.
because remember they're supposed to do the rematch in Saudi, but he signed up, and this is a part of it. The whole Fatal Fury jump on the card, NYC dog pound video, goddamn Times Square shit goes. Nigga Pat, hey, you know what I'm talking about. All this shit goes into it. So if you're gonna be why sign up for the circus if you were just suing the circus? You were suing the clown and the circus, and now you end up fighting for the circus underneath the clown. And remember we didn't know you had so many potential fights pop up for Haney, and niggas ain't really know what was going on. It was just lawsuit. Not like he had a fight lined up. If niggas would have just came out and just said, like, yeah, I'm just taking the rest of the year off. But it just seemed like he hyped up everything, made this shit look so bad. So, of course, if you do this, and look, he's fighting Jose Ramirez. That's no walk in the park, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if you're like a guy like Crawford or the elite niggas, where it's like, okay, yeah, Jose Ramirez, like, yeah. But for a guy like Devin Haney, like Jose Ramirez that's no joke fight for him.
Right.
So it's like they making you almost take a harder fight before you even get Ryan. So yeah, that shit kind of look bad. So it's like niggas really shouldn't be this upset, is what I'm saying. When you kind of signed up for it.
But yeah, and obviously that's true though. But like I said, though, appeals happen for a reason. The appeals are there to protect the fighter and their corners, like if they need to do it. Like so, it shouldn't be anything like it wasn't like it's frivolous. Like like if it's on some horse shit, then yeah, like fuck it, But if it's for a legitimate reason, which Haney's and Roach's were for legitimate reasons. Let them fucking
but they had to drop the lawsuit, right? Or did the judge dismiss it?
Well, I mean, Roach didn't have no lawsuit. It was just a straight up appeal, so it's no.
No,
lawsuit.
I'm talking about Haney. Roach, I know Roach never had a lawsuit. His people put an appeal. Like he has a good team.
Yeah, and Haney's did, and then once it came out, obviously he had the Osterman and shit in there. I think that the lawsuit was filed, but I'm not even sure. I don't remember what came of it, or if it's still ongoing. I think it's
I see something. I remember it was one part. It was like, if you want the rematch, drop the lawsuit. Then I was seeing something recently where the judge was like, and I don't know, maybe a bullshit account, whatever. Like he dismissed it because you're in a combat sport where you can take bodily harm. It was some shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like, so I don't know what.
Yeah, because that one, because I mean, I'm pretty sure like ESPN or Sports Illustrated, like they would have mentioned it. That's why I was like, I think it's still ongoing. I don't think they came to any type of resolution for that shit yet. Because it would have been a bigger story. I don't remember
unless it got dropped because if they signed up for the whole fight and all that shit.
But I mean, but like I said, we shall see with these appeals and everything like that. Like but yeah, I mean, obviously, Tank and Roach, they're going to obviously the rematch is happening probably sometime later this year, or maybe even
but
the summer.
Isn't Tank contracted to fight somebody else though?
No, there was rumors that supposedly Jake Paul or somebody in attendance was for the fight that was there, but plans fucked up, right?
Well, I mean, that would be a bullshit fight. In the if they were going to a bullshit fight like that, then yeah,
no, because Tank did mention after he's like, yeah, I was supposed to be they come visiting me in my locker room. They were there that night, you know what I'm saying, and so it could have been a pit bull. If y'all saw that clip, so that.
Well, I mean, that's a bullshit. That's a definition of a bullshit ass fight.
No, but I'm saying like there were plans in motion because Tank was probably
probably know what I'm talking about because they were saying like Tank's next fight was already committed, like signed to and everything.
And they were in the building or some shit.
That's why he couldn't do the rematch right away. But now he had to take this fight first and then do the rematch.
But now it's like, maybe this will light the fire. Obviously what Marvin Hagler said with the silk sheets. Maybe this lights the fire back in Tank. Maybe not. But I'm just saying, like, it is a big fight.
motherfucker was getting complacent.
And like supposedly they say Coach Calvin and the other nigga that always be doing the trolling weren't a part of the game plan. So they're trying to make some kind of. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, we'll see what happens though. I mean, but like I said, but at least like obviously there's no lawsuit. I mean, if Roach does file a lawsuit for this, then yeah, that's some horseshit, and he should get scored. But he filed the appeal. It didn't go his way. And then obviously he's been defending himself from people calling him out his name because we've been followed him on Twitter even before so it's like we're not Johnny come latelys with Lamont Roach's career and anything like that. Yeah. But and he's perfectly in the right to fight off the trolls and the people who have never taken a punch to the face before. But.
And stop calling them just fake pro box they're calling them pro box fighters. When you saw what fucking Angel Leo did to Venado Lopez, and you saw what Roach just did. These niggas
are. We got to stop using not we, but niggas got to stop using pro box as like a bad adjective now. Pro box be holding it down. The pro box card that was on the other night was decent. When you ain't got nothing really going on, pro box is like Pilot said. What he said was this is like the sandwich, and this is the Popeyes after having 2 good meals.
Yeah, it's a Popeyes dinner after eating good. After a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a good fucking card. So yeah,
this was some fresh Popeyes.
Hey, real quick on that note, did Joette really win? Because I fell asleep. Did Joette really win that fight?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, he won. I don't think it was controversial or anything.
It wasn't. No, I mean it was a split though, but he won that fight.
I don't know how they had it a split. That was some weird shit, but he won that.
I mean, both guys.
Punches, bro.
It was a hard fight. Both guys were bleeding from legit punches. So it's it was a good fight. The racist. The racist still tough. You know what I mean?
time to finally give him a shoo-shoo. Time to finally give him a shoo-shoo or something. Feed him up.
No, I think he's getting a title shot.
Damn, really?
I think he's gonna get a title shot next. Who I don't know, but he's getting a title shot next. But I think. But obviously, speaking of other fights, we do have some fights this weekend, particularly one that's happening on a Wednesday of all things. We just got the press release in our RGR email box that's gonna be on tape delay. I don't think I've heard tape delay regarding boxing since HBO Latino was still a thing with boxing.
Oh wow, yeah.
But tape delay 9 a.m. Eastern time. We're gonna get the return of one Keith one-time Thurman, who's making his return after 3 years, to face. I think he's still with Matchroom. Brock Jarvis, who's an Australian fighter who fights on the same kind of promoters as the Zoo brothers and Sam Goodman, So, and truthfully, I mean, this fight has a lot of unknowns. Now, rule of thumb says Keith should beat him. I'm not sure, and it should move on because rumors is obviously both Tim and Keith have to win their next fights. They're going to fight each other in July in Australia, which I'm sure Amazon will air that as something. I don't know if it's going to be a free or a pay-per-view, but they will air it. I'm positive.
It better not be a fucking pay-per-view.
It shouldn't be either. But actually,
that was how many times I seen Zoo get his ass whooped.
I mean, I'll say, with Zoo, it'll probably be a pay-per-view in Australia, but it definitely should not be a pay-per-view around here.
Yeah, cut that shit out for fucking us Yanks, nigga.
But and actually the build-up for this too, for number one, it hasn't been much build. This fight hasn't gotten a lot of attention for a lot of different reasons, obviously, because like I said, it's not happening on the week, it's happening on the midday week. It's rare to have a PBC fight in midweek. It doesn't really happen all that often.
Yeah.
So and then Keith, obviously he's 36 years old, and he's coming off injuries and stuff like that. And he's fighting a guy, although he has lots of power, his defense and his chin are shaky as shit. His defense is borderline trash, and his chin is shaky as shit. So I'll talk to the head, Keith Thurman fan from Florida, Mr. Shuttleworth. So Shuttleworth, what you think about this fight?
Man, Thurman gonna bomb this nigga out, yo.
And Marquis says Thurman points win. And truthfully, and I say if this
points,
that
come
shit
on.
shouldn't even no
If
damn
this goes to
decision,
points,
bro.
I'm a former Terminator. If this goes to points, it's over. I mean,
see, here's my thing. I mean, obviously, because I was disappointed that Thurman didn't stop Barrios, and I was really disgusted actually he didn't stop Barrios. Like, damn, yes, he flattened the dude's nose and shit like that, but he didn't drop him or anything like that. I was not happy with that
Beat
shit.
the
Like,
shit out of him.
I mean, Tank stopped him. That's why I was like, if Tank's little ass could stop
Tank
him,
was fighting for his life, though.
yeah, and
There's a difference.
I want Thurman to fight that way too, like to get this struggle ass nigga out the fuck up out of here. Yeah. But this nigga, he stayed in the first gear and just beat his ass, but that wasn't enough.
Just like you see how he got what's his name Soto out of there.
Yeah.
Fighting for his life.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to see, but he was like, but yeah, it wasn't that way. Brock Jarvis should not go differently. Brock Jarvis is known for getting stopped and won by Liam Perro. Like, he literally got stopped.
I ain't saying you got to knock him out the first round like Pyro did, but should this go 5 rounds?
Thurman, yeah, I'm saying Thurman in 4, but if it goes past 8, is it 10 or 12 rounds? How long?
It's a 12-round fight.
Oh man,
hell no, this shouldn't be going no 12 rounds.
Yeah,
no, I shouldn't be going 12 rounds. Man.
Thurman need to get this nigga out like. If he KO this nigga in the 11th round, I'll give him a pass. But he do need to stop this nigga. Even if it's the damn also Briggs Lahovich type shit where he stopped the nigga the last 10 seconds of the fight, I'll give him a pass. But he does need to stop this motherfucker.
You gotta stop him. No, there's a clip. I remember watching the fight live. It was one of those outside the zone cards. You know what I'm saying? And this dude was getting saved and mollywopped all over against a random Mexican jobber. This nigga was literally across the ring. The ref saved him from getting stopped for like three rounds.
Oh yeah,
straight.
Jarvis. Yeah, I think that was like his first card in America.
That was like his first main card in America. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember he was.
YouTube. Pull up Brock Jarvis on YouTube. Look up the zone and broad daylight. It's crazy.
I remember that fight too. I was like, God, because he was an Eddie signing. And he was getting all this like attention, and dude came very close to getting KO'd. Came stupid close. And I was like, God damn, like this. He
should have got stopped, but he was the A side, and the ref just never called it for the guy. Yeah.
But now with Brock, though, but like I said, the only thing Brock has 2 things: he's young and he has power. So Brock can hurt Thurman. It just depends. Yeah. That's the big part. Like,
he has some ability, and he's a big, strong kid. So yeah, he definitely can. Like, Thurman can't take him as a joke. That's why I feel like he needs to treat it like a real threat and get him out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could just if you're gonna. See, the thing is, sometimes some niggas' defense is so bad, you neglect beating them to the body. Pause.
Right.
So you'll just keep on hitting them in the face, and some people could take them face shots all night. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
But if you fucking just beat them down, where you're just beating their arms and shoulders and ribs and stomach and body and neck and everything, you really just beat the shit out of somebody. Like, you're stopping them.
Now, this guy Brock Jarvis, I want to mention real quick. This guy Brock Jarvis, he did fight at 160 recently. So I know he started real lower weight, like at 122, but dude has fought at middleweight before and shit. So I don't know if you take that. Keith Thurman should beat him easily, but I'm just throwing it out there that dude is young in his prime and also has fought at 160 before.
Yeah, he's a big kid. Like, that's the that's the thing too. And sometimes that could be enough. And like I said, Thurman is 36 years old. He has a long injury history. He hasn't fought in almost 3 years, or it has probably been 3 years. Like these are the things, and honestly, it makes betting on this fight difficult because the odds for this fight are money line. Keith is a -290 favorite. Jarvis is +230 underdog. Keith by KO +130. Keith by decision +165. Draw +1600. and Jarvis by KO or decision plus 600.
There's money all over the place on this one.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see that.
But it really just determines on what you kind of think the other fighter is. Do you either think that Thurman is through, or you think or Jarvis will get KO'd or just beaten down over 12 rounds? So it's like, it's hard. It's like, I mean, like I said, if there's a fight where Keith can get a KO, it is this one. Keith hasn't gotten a KO.
He need one.
Yeah, it's been 10 years. It's literally been 10 years. Not since this nigga was in Florida fighting Louis Collazo. That's the last time he got a KO. It was in Florida. Like, come on, like, and he's knocked people down. Yeah, but it's just like,
he hurts people every fight. But it's like he need to put in that little extra effort, man. Get some fucking KOs, nigga.
I don't understand, and Keith used to be like either a finesse KO or a destroyer type of KO artist. I don't know where that shit went. Like, I don't know. If,
the opponents got better, nigga.
Yeah, when he stepped up, I mean, it happens all the time.
And he always kind of fought good opponents. Like Keith Thurman's one of those dudes who they gradually gave him tougher and stiffer opponents. Pause.
I feel like after the Porter Thurman and that was 2 big wins at the time. I don't care what nobody want to say, but those were big wins at the time. You stopped getting KOs around then, but that happens when you step up your level in competition, right? I guess.
Yeah, no, but it's kind of crazy. I mean, he still has a high KO rate, but goddamn, it's been 10 years. Like, it's like.
Remember, Diego Chavez is an underrated KO for him too.
Yeah. That one, and I mean, he put Carlos Quintana into retirement. That type of shit. Like, he brutalized that guy.
And the thing is, he got quality KOs. That's the crazy part.
Oh, he does. He do got quality. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course he made Collazo quit after Collazo had him kind of going around the ring a little bit from the body.
I feel like Thurman was like wedged in between. I don't say he's wedged in between, but I felt like he obviously never got his Floyd shot. You know what I'm saying? But he was like kind of wedged in between 2 welterweight eras. The injuries played a role, but it just felt like
Yeah, like originally he was the number 1 nigga at welterweight for a brief minute, but yeah, once he got injured again, like it was kind of downhill from
never
there.
recovered. Yeah, I mean the whole Josecito fight. If he took another fight, I'm sorry, I think he still would have beat Manny. But even though he outlanded Manny. It was just kind of like, you took the payday, but you feel like you could have beat Manny, dog. You fucked up. You fucked that up.
Well, no, yeah, I mean out of all the losses, that loss is, it was a great fight. I watched that shit in the theater. That shit was a great fight or whatever, though. But like I said before, it didn't look good that someone from from a previous welterweight era kind of was the guy that actually took his zero.
You got dropped in the first round.
Yeah, dropped in the first round and all types of shit like that.
And the body shot. Even though Keith was winning rounds, I know P said that he thought Thurman that Pac won. I mean that Pac lost, but.
I thought Thurman lost that shit kind of clear. Like that was not.
Yeah, I remember the episode. Y'all niggas was on the crack rocks, bro.
I wasn't with y'all yet, but I remember hearing that one. Yeah.
I mean, I think I had that score like was it? It's like 116, like one.
Because that's the thing. Like even when Thurman started coming back, like Pacquiao hurt so badly in the late in the fight.
That body shot ended whatever. Like maybe if that body shot never happened, maybe Thurman could have.
Maybe he comes away with it. Yeah. But once that happened, it changed the fight again, and it took it back to Pacquiao. So
it's sealed the deal, especially because Pacquiao doesn't get the whole the crowd pops whenever he throws a flurry that don't connect. It don't matter. It's fit.
Yeah, but that body shot absolutely connected.
Yeah, that body shot.
Yeah,
hey, you couldn't fake his reaction. If you want to be honest, fucking Badu Jack and Adonis Stevenson, the same type of fight.
Same shit. Yeah, that was the same.
Same shit. A fucking body shot. You know these crafty southpaw punchers, nigga.
Right.
them body shots late in the fight be saving them niggas.
Exactly, yo.
I swear they'll take the fight right back from you.
AOP, I see you came back, bro. So what are your thoughts on Thurman versus Jarvis?
It is what it is. Just stay busy fight before he fights Tizu. So let's see what he has left. I think he won the decision.
All right, but so you got a decision. So I mean, does anyone think Thurman can actually KO Jarvis?
I'm picking
Fuck
Thurman.
yeah, I'm picking him by
Thurman,
KO. Thinking like this shit should go.
Thurman in 2.
Imagine
No,
12
fuck that.
rounds.
Thurman in 2. Thurman in 2.
If Thurman's serious and he's been training, he gets his guy out in 6 rounds.
I'm not picking him to knock somebody out again until he does it because I did that the last time.
That's true. I mean, I can respect that too because, like I said,
got a believer.
He go win easy though. He gonna win easy though.
Like I said, he should. Yeah, like I said, because if Jarvis like gives him a lot of trouble, or whether he wins or loses, then he should probably hang it up. Like he should probably call it a career. Like Jarvis is not the type of guy that you want to be struggling with.
Shit. If he has anything left and he beats the fuck out of Jarvis, if he has anything left, he might beat Zoo.
Oh no, does Zoo beat Joey Spencer?
Yes, he
gonna beat Joey Spencer. What are we doing?
Yeah, he should absolutely.
Who got the easier fight? Because I don't know. Because Zoo took the thing is Zoo took some punishment.
He took a life-altering beating in that last fight. Like he'll never be the same after that.
Nah, I saw Joey Spencer. I saw literally get a gift against some random undefeated Mexican American dude. No name.
Come on, no, he not gonna lose to Joey Spencer.
I saw Joey Spencer literally get a gift, like a. Gift.
This is boxing. We've seen crazier shit happen, bro.
On the zone, I saw Joey Spencer get a true gift, and I was like, that was bullshit. He did not win that fight. But
I mean, look, if Joey Spencer can actually beat Zoo cleanly, now I'm gonna be like, okay, look, someone send this boy to a neurologist because he's clearly fucking done. Like Joey Spencer, get Zoo, check his license, pull his license, so we don't get another Paul Briggs situation. Like, get him up out of here. Like, get him out. Like, nah. Like, this can't be. Losing to Joey Spencer would just. I honestly, I'd probably be pissed just off the fact that it happened. If it happens,
God damn.
No, seriously,
that's worse than Thurman. So Thurman was to lose to Jarvis. You feel that it's not as bad as losing to Joey Spencer.
I mean, Thurman, because the unknowns are there, because that's what makes Thurman Jarvis hard to bet on, because it's there. Like, the unknowns are there, because if Keith loses, it's clear the injuries and the age.
He's older, coming off a bicep injury, not active.
Yeah. And on top of that, Keith has been. I mean, if you saw some of the build up to that fight, Keith has been talking cash shit.
Like, he has been talking mad shit. Yo.
Like bro,
I know. What did he say the other day? He said something about, I like some chicken wings, chicken wings.
Yeah, because he said Brock Jarvis is the appetizer for Zoo.
Appetizer,
he's some chicken wings. Like,
no,
I'll eat the chicken wings before I get the steak.
He got me back into boxing with the the mic skills. It's like it's a lost art, what I'm saying?
Duck me, son.
Duck me, son. Yeah.
But he's right. Like, the chicken wings hit before that steak, though. So
facts.
Yeah.
But that thing is, like, you can't struggle with the appetizer. Like, you can't take 30 minutes to eat some fucking wings.
Pause. You can't get full after a couple wings. You can't even. I'm good. I don't know.
Pause. Yeah, exactly. Nah. He's right though. Like, if you're really treating it like an appetizer, you gotta scarf them shits down, or at least eat them in a reasonable time. You can't fucking take 30 minutes to down some wings, and then somebody give you a porterhouse or a goddamn T-bone or some shit, and you up here fucking around with that for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, nigga, if you finna take that steak serious, them wings gotta be wolfed down in like 15 minutes.
Facts.
I ain't saying you rush through it, but I'm just saying, like, you don't spend no fucking evening, you don't spend no happy hour on them goddamn wings, nigga.
Right, like, you better not be on there eating wings with a knife and fork, that type of shit, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's all I'm saying, because he is talking cash shit.
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, it's airing for free on the PBC YouTube channel at 9 a.m. And that's tape delay. Damn, tape delay. Me having to say that in 2025, a fight is tape delay is crazy to me right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's real crazy. And it's actually not. I mean, it's actually a five fight card. for whatever the fuck reason. Like instead of
I don't want to see, dude. Them Aussie niggas have the most struggle cards, bro. World of fighting. I'm good on that. All they do is be having some
Time out real quick.
damn.
That's like super early time, right?
Bros.
Ain't that shit super early time?
I mean, for you, I'm sure it is because it's like 6 a.m. for you. Like,
I just better not wake up to seeing.
For me, that's when I start work.
I better not see no bullshit. Waking up in the morning and seeing Thurman loses, upset about the split decision or some bullshit. That's all.
I mean, it's tape delay, so most likely we'll get the result before we actually see the fucking fight, unless you're up early in the morning and you find yourself an international stream somewhere. You know what I mean? So.
True.
I mean, you and LB are vampire ass niggas, so I'm pretty sure you will probably find a stream before you get to the YouTube and anything like that. So, I mean, it is.
Yeah, that is. You could probably be up like
sometimes.
Although it don't look as bad until you see it. You're like, yeah, hold on, that's the niggas 3 hours apart.
Yeah, yeah, but it's just a trip that's on a Wednesday, but. You know, sometimes it is what it. I mean, sometimes fights happen. I remember Kovalev had a fight on a Monday, and obviously Monster has fights on every fucking day of the week whenever he feels like it. So,
yeah.
I mean,
the 2 Tuesdays seem like his favorite day or some shit,
right? You know, Shakur and them fight on top. We're fighting on Thursdays.
Ugh.
You know, so I mean, it's just another day. Hey, Wednesdays is like the rare day that they don't really have fights, so we're getting it. So. But yeah, like I said, if you don't want to get,
didn't there used to be a Wednesday night fights?
Yeah, that was on USA. Then it went to Thursday night fights, and then went to Friday night fights. Yeah.
Damn, man, we had Tuesday night fights.
Yeah. This shit's fucking crazy.
Man, it's like you just put fights in the damn title, and that should have worked. Sunday night fights.
Hey man.
Monday night fights, like
it's descriptive as hell, bro. Yeah, no, but
and it works for each day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does football have a Tuesday night football? Does that have the same ring as Monday night football? When you hear Monday night football, you're like, okay, nigga, we here.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, if Tuesday night football happens, I don't even remember if there's. I mean, I'm pretty sure there has, but it's probably been a while since it's not
Wednesday night football.
I mean, it happens. It happens during the holidays. Like, of course, it's like holiday games. Or it's some.
But that's all some regular shit. Like, nah, you're not too used to hearing that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but I mean, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, like, I might make a bet tomorrow, depending on my, actually, I might see what the weigh-in. I think the weigh-in it might be in a few hours or so.
From what I can see, I think it happened not too long ago because there's a little clip. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might need to see that before I decide before I put in a bet. But I don't know. I mean, rule of thumb is I might either just do Thurman by decision, or I might just put either a KO or decision, depending on what. Or if I find actually, you know what? Let me see if they have any group round bets. Hold on, let me see what the fuck is going on. Let's see. Oh, they do have some. Let's see what we got here. Round props. Oh, then we got straight up round props. Yeah, they don't got. Oh, here's a group. Okay, so if Keith wins the 1 and 2, it's plus 1,600. 3 and 4 plus 1,000. 5 and 6, 700. And it'll just go down. Oh, actually, no, it goes back up again for 9 and 10 and stuff like that.
I'll let you know 7-8 like the sweet spot.
Yeah. And then of course Jarvis it's all fucking insane. If Jarvis knocks him out in 2 rounds, it's plus 5,000, and 3 and 4 plus 3,000, 2,200, and then 9, 10 it goes back up again with plus 2,800. Yeah,
he'd have to go out there like just charge it. Like that's his only. Just take Thurman by surprise and try to bomb Thurman out. Like that's his only his biggest chance to me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, putting a bet on Keith for 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 is not a bad bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is.
You think Keith could just one shot him? Like, I think Keith gets him out of there out of like accumulative punishment, like TKO shit. Like, I don't think he just one shot hurts him and then just like finishes him up type shit. Like, I don't know if that happens. Like, I feel like Thurman got to put like some beating rounds, like Like he got beat this nigga up for like some 3-4 rounds.
Yeah, but there's levels. I mean, Keith Thurman's a former unified champ. Man, nah, you got to get out of here in 4 rounds, bro. I'm sorry. Bro.
Yeah, they do, but I mean,
I get what you're saying, Pilot, but that's still like. Remember, 6 minutes is 9 minutes. That's a long time to be getting your ass whooped.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm saying, like, if he do that, yeah, like, I don't think Tyson's gonna I don't think Thurman's gonna Tyson this nigga, like, just blitz him with like 3-4 right hands, and it's like, oh shit, like, okay, done.
Yeah.
If Thurman don't have the best left hook,
yeah.
So you know it's gonna really be right hands.
Yeah, no, that's a shit. Because before, like Thurman used to be like a really, really brutal combination puncher. Like he used to really whip some combinations to these niggas' heads and bodies and shit like that. You know, he don't really do that no more. Like not frequently. It might be because of his hand issues or whatever.
He'll just pot shot your ass with bombs.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, we all. I mean, obviously, at KO, we all want KO because, like I said, okay. You try and make this fight with Zoo bigger than a lot bigger. So yeah. So yeah,
KO does that.
Yeah, and plus, we want Thurman to actually fight 2 times in a year, which he hasn't done in 5 years. So, or
since 2019.
Yeah, 6 years. Yeah, 2019 is the last year he actually fought more than once in a year. So yeah, we want him. We want him to actually get through as well, any injuries, and then go on to the next fight with Zoo, and hopefully Zoo beats Joey Spencer, and then we get a summertime fight,
which isn't a given at 154, man.
Which is not a given, which is absolutely right too.
Because Spencer could fucking fool all of us of the fight of his life.
Yeah, God forbid we get a Thurman versus Joey Spencer fight. Whew.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that would be rough. I'm not gonna lie, that would be rough.
Al Heyman would probably love it though. I'm just saying.
From Thurman, I'm like, man, let me get Fundora then.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let me not. Yeah, Zoo is. You might as well just go give him a Fundora.
Because that's the thing. Like, I know Joey Spencer ain't. He ain't what he's supposed to be. I get that, but it's like, I just don't know how good Zoo gonna come back after damn. That 2024 was just crazy.
Yeah, Yeah, Zoo had the most unfortunate 2024. So yeah, he needs a win, and like I said, Joey Spencer's the perfect opponent for that. Like but
nah, that's kind of crazy. Tim Zoo was like literally had a top 12 pound for pound run in 2020. Was it 2023? It
was 24.
Yeah.
No,
it's like he was at the top of the world in 2023.
Yeah,
2023.
In 2024, that nigga's like the bottom of that bitch.
He had a crazy run. Yeah, it's crazy. That's boxing, but that's kind of crazy now. Yeah.
I remember the poll topic when we had like who took a harder L in 2024, him, Drake.
No, because I used to stay on the hill. I used to try to stay on the hill. Tim Zoo versus Ortiz, but shit, against LB, but I can't even argue that point no more. I can't even.
Yeah, you better not.
I can't argue
whoop dude's ass. But we'll see if he. We'll see if maybe he can make a comeback like his father did when he got stopped by Vince Phillips, and then go on a real run.
At this present time, Virgil Ortiz will beat the ever-living shit out of
that's true. Tim Zoo's still young enough. I know he's about 30-ish, but he's still young enough in the sense where you can come back from this, bro. You can come back from this. It's a little easy.
He can.
It's like if he doesn't fucking get that defense polished the fuck up, then I don't know if he could come back for it, because it's like, he can't fight no more tall niggas. Them niggas just got too much leverage on a guy with his bad defense.
Yeah.
Although you remember, like Fundora and Murtalaya was taller than him.
Yeah, but at least for the Fundora, like he has the excuse that he literally couldn't see. But Zoo was, even before Zoo was beating dudes ass before the cut happened, and then Zoo, obviously he couldn't see, but he was still landing on Fundora. Like Fundora took enough of beating where I don't even think Fundora could possibly lose his next fight too.
I'm not gonna lie, I know it's coming up like a week or two, but Cordell Booker could win that fight, low key. I wouldn't be surprised.
But see, this is the thing. It's like you can't like give Zoo like if you give him the benefit of the doubt and say, well, shit, he was still landing on Fundora, then you got to give Fundora credit for still landing on him. You can't mention
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Fundora for the first time decided to use his fucking height and his reach, you know, and you know it got him a great victory. Yeah, but he still took a really badass whooping too.
It was fight of the year. Like when you in the fight of the year, you getting some hands your way.
Yeah, like so, like and he's a question mark too because he should have been fought already.
That's why they had looked at the fight with him and Spence so long because it was like, okay, both y'all some damn damaged niggas. Just one of y'all got a win out of it. So okay, we could, but the shit never came through. And honestly, I just wish Spence would just come out and just say what he's trying to do.
Yeah, you know, but I mean, but like I said, I said, Spence is too damaged. Like I said it before, and of course, he blamed a lot of shit that he did on drinking. So yeah, I mean, I like I said, Spence has more injuries that he's let on, and you can't.
Yeah, I think he's done. Like you know how Golovkin didn't officially retire, but we know that nigga retired.
Yeah,
like Spence, I feel like it's the same way. It's just like I feel like once maybe the Fundora fight really was in the air at one point. It was going to happen because I don't think he would have trained this hard to get like this for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then I felt like after the camp and it fell through and everything, I just felt like it's like, fuck it. If I don't fight again, it was good to get back in shape. But if I don't fight again, fuck it, no big deal.
Yeah, Spencer says. I mean, every picture. I mean, he's on. I mean, he's not. His Twitter is like. It's basically he's like, yeah. He kind of either announces his shortcomings or you see him on his farm. Like, bro is already looking like he's already living that silk sheet life right now. Like he's good. You know, so it's
he didn't admit he drank too much because that's the thing. You should see him at them damn PBC events. That nigga used to be looking gone, like lit as fuck.
Yeah, him and Broner and Tank,
Charlos and Tank.
Yeah, all niggas that used to be. All them niggas used to get nice and just go say whatever the fuck on camera. Like
they was getting more nice than I feel like if niggas was like just going to the fights on some regular shit as fans.
Yeah,
but these are pro boxers getting more lit than like I would.
Yeah, them niggas was stupid nice, and and Spencer's like, I blame drinking for some of my issues, and this is,
because think about it, if they're doing that on an event for boxing, going to a fight, imagine what they do on a regular fucking night.
Yeah,
where they got no fight camp, no nothing going on, just hey man, what y'all doing Saturday in Dallas?
Yeah, and we all heard the stories, and we also Spence used to get bloated, just like Broner used to get bloated and shit like that. Like they all used to get Tank used to get bloated. Yeah, like all the niggas used to be just getting too.
Tank's just the only one that damn turned that shit around. Like
before,
and you can see Tank really he's naturally he's not a big guy like that. Although it's like, hey, bro, you still fought at 141 time, nigga. Like,
no, there's that infamous picture. Even Zaf Jew's in the picture of like all the PBC guys. You know what I'm saying? It was like during that prime time, right? During that, But it's just like Tank was the last one left. I mean, you can count Jamal Charlo, I guess, but Tank literally the only one left. He's the one keeping lights on over there. You know what I'm saying? And
him and Benavidez,
yeah, him Benavidez. Ben was in the picture, but it was just some nigga like Broner and all the niggas were in there. Jamel, Spence, the PBC crew, the niggas that used to be drinking and acting a fool.
And then they had their own cards and shit. Yeah, them niggas was lit.
Yeah, whoever wasn't Easter, whoever wasn't fighting on the card was getting lit. the whole.
Facts.
So I just know these niggas just getting lit on some regular shit, man. Like it ain't gotta be no fight weekend. Niggas just like, what y'all doing? Like, yo, we over here in Atlanta, let's go. Like, we over there in New York, let's go. Like, nigga.
Exactly though. But yeah, it's 154 shit. That's what you can say. And Thurman, like I said, Thurman, obviously we'll know in a couple days. What his future is going to be, and like I said, hopefully he gets through this without injury, and basically he shows a level. He shows a level over Jarvis, who really shouldn't be in the ring with him. But like I said, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, facts.
And then speaking of fighters who have kind of we alluded to this earlier, who've kind of downgraded. Matchroom has their show in Florida on Saturday, where Ammo is, basically he's actually in a really good middleweight fight, and obviously saying a good middleweight fight is an oxymoron these days because middleweight is such utter trash, but he's actually in a actual good fight, against Patrice Volney, and look forward to it because both guys only have one loss and shit like that, so it's actually a good fight, but. The bigger news is what his co-main is, and you have Edgar Berlanga's ass on that card, facing someone who has like a 10-year absence on his record.
God damn.
Yeah, that's the shit I've never heard of. I've never seen before. I was like, I mean, dude didn't lose that bad where he has to find someone that has not fought, like does not have a 10-year gap in Jonathan Gonzalez Ortiz. And he's undefeated, 20-0 with one draw. The one draw was from
that's why. That's why.
Yeah, the one draw was from his appearance on HBO like years ago. And I'm talking about years ago.
Well, you said HBO, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was either a co-main or a main. And I remember it too because he was fighting Sergey with that D. I can never pronounce his fucking name. I never would.
He ended up fighting Martinez, ain't it? He is a European surgeon.
Yeah. That's what he fought Mark, and he got knocked out by Brian Vera too.
So, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, god damn, like you had to go. You had took a time machine to get back to that fight.
Yeah, especially and so apparently so did the matchmakers, nigga. Yeah,
everybody jumped out.
I do want to mention. I know Berlanga, because Berlanga was saying, he was supposed to be the main event, but supposedly he didn't want to re-sign with Eddie, and that's why he got shoveled down to be the co-main. That's what.
Well, I'll put it this way: I'm not gonna blame Eddie on this or any promoters. You have to blame Edgar himself on this. Like seriously, like both Eddie got him a fucking pay-per-view against Canelo. He didn't even come close to winning the fight. He just
he didn't deserve this pay-per-view either.
Yeah. Eddie got as much as you could possibly get out of that dude.
Get out of Berlanga. You met the goal. But yeah, supposedly that Berlanga tried to cover it up because supposedly Berlanga there's a rhetoric that he shouldn't be co-maining under Ammo. That's the thing. That's what people are trying to say. So.
Yeah, and truthfully,
if he had a better opponent, he'd probably be the main event, but he doesn't.
Yeah. And it looks bad because we all criticize him because dude went on a victory lap. You see him at the fights wearing all this fucking jewelry, shining and shit. Carrying on like he was in the fucking parade carrying on like he actually won something.
He went to actual Puerto Rican parade.
Like nigga, you didn't push this nigga to the brink. You didn't win a round. You didn't get a knockdown. You didn't win the event. Like none of that shit.
Yeah, your zero got sold. I wouldn't say it got sold. Like it got took before other fighters could have taken it, which some should have. You know what I mean? Like
because that's just a fight that nobody really has any positives. Because Canelo, you should have damn stopped this dude, and then Berlanga, like you young enough, you should have forced Canelo to really fight you, and you should have won some rounds, bro. Like both y'all suck.
Yeah. And that so Edgar blaming Eddie for what Eddie tried to do something with him like the first matchroom fight. This motherfucker had the nerve to go 12 rounds with Jason Quigley, knocked him down like 4 times and couldn't put him away. Like what the fuck?
Get the fuck out of here! Bro.
Get the fuck out of here! Yeah, and it took Eddie having to really lower his competition on a smaller Orlando card. To actually for him to finally get a fucking knockout after he hadn't gotten a knockout in like 3-4 years, after that streak. So it's like Eddie did what he needed to do, and And hey, if you didn't want to re-sign, like fight better. Like, I mean, you can't blame Eddie for this. Like Top Rank got rid of him because he was a biting ass nigga. Like he couldn't fight. He couldn't fight clean. And Eddie got him these big fights. And then what else? Like, I mean, he's not that much of a commodity. Eddie's gonna be like, yeah, re-sign and we'll see. But I mean,
I saw someone post what they say. Someone said, "Oh, Berlanga is more of a dog than Tank," and then someone said, "Yeah, and biting people," and it had a picture of it's sad. This is like
I can't believe he sold $600K with damn Canelo for that fight. Like I did not know
Puerto Rico
he have enough fans.
Yeah,
I know that's really him because like Canelo already got stale by then. So I don't know. This nigga really got a fan club.
Yeah, which is so fucking weird why he does. Like, you know, and I mean, I've been just taking a look at the dude's record that he's fighting. Like, I mean, I remember the Sergey fight. I mean, dude lost to Boots' older brother Derek Ennis. Like, that's how far back he goes. Like, you know, it's
damn.
Like he goes back far. Like, geez. Like, dude, honestly, this dude like has a zero, and I've been looking for the reasons like why he took 10 years off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, like there's nothing like his comeback fights. You know, were what like one was a Dominican fight where he fought a 5-23 fighter, and then the other one he fought on an Orlando card, which apparently I didn't watch or none of us watched. You know, and some 14-5 fighter, but yeah, I mean Berlanga like. Yeah, like I mean, what the fuck is A supposed to do? Like, you're supposed to, you know, you went on a victory lap in a fight that you weren't competitive in. You just went the distance. Like, what the fuck do you want to do? And he's talking about he's unhappy. Like, fight better. You know,
yeah, unhappy. Like, you can control that, bro.
Yeah,
have some happy performances for a change.
I'm saying, like, niggas he's wilding out. Like, I mean, because I mean, honestly, where's he gonna go? Is he gonna go to PBC? Like, get the fucking plant fight? Like, I mean, he talks like he's a big dog. Yeah, I want this. I want Plant. I want this. I want Charlo. I'm like, nigga, who are you? Like, seriously, like
they should just go for the Plant fight.
Yeah, I mean, he better. He's like, I mean. That truthfully might be
he might lose before then. Who could you give him in there as a soft touch on PBC to introduce him to the PBC market? Like I wouldn't waste my time.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what he expects, you know, but yeah, you're not fighting up to the money that promoters are putting on your ass.
The only thing is 168 is kind of lit where you might need his name. You know what I'm saying? Because 168 has some names, so it's like you kind of
it has a name, so you can't beat him.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying you want to, you know, his name has enough cachet where you know people do want to see him in the mix.
Yeah, no, and that's the weird part because like I said, Puerto Ricans are kind of because. I mean, obviously, Puerto Rican boxing's kind of not been what it used to be. So he's kind of like the most, he's like the most visible fighter out there.
That's
for better or for worse.
That's unfortunate, but whatever. Yeah.
You know, it is unfortunate though, but yeah, if you're gonna be out there, hey, I mean, people will tune in to see whether or not what you're gonna do. If you can get do it up out of there, like, but basically you are what you fight. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to fight good, then you're not gonna get good opponents. Then you got matchmakers digging up niggas that haven't fought, that have a 10-year gap in their records. You got that. You know what I'm saying though? But they do have some other good fights. They have Jermaine Ortiz is on here, facing Yomar Alamo. Alamo of course gave Paro a hard fight, and then of course he got knocked out by Hitchens, which is a weird dichotomy. Just even saying that back and back. Yeah. But and then also we get the professional debut of one Omari Jones, the U.S. Olympic he was a bronze medalist. And then we have Jalil Hackett, who will try to get his get back, in a rematch with Jose Roman, because Jalil Hackett lost his 0 on the preview. Which, of course, if you had actually had bet like I did, your bracket was your parlay was probably blown like immediately. So, Yeah, no, so it has some, it has some decent fights on there.
I know it's got Amari Jones, the Olympians made first his debut.
Nigga, I just said that.
Oh, my bad.
Like, scroll up, nigga.
I didn't hear you. Oh, man.
Real time scrolling up.
AOP, yo, you having a little technical difficulties?
Yeah, man. I'm, dealing with the super shredders and master splinters and shit. So,
Hey,
yeah.
So quickly, what do you think about Berlanga being on this card in the Ammo Volney fight?
I don't give a fuck about Berlanga. That shit don't move me.
Yeah, I mean, a bit weird because Berlanga was complaining about being on the co-main after being on the pay-per-view of Canelo and shit, but that's the way that's the way it should be.
Ain't nobody trying to see you, Otis.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, he can complain all he wants though, but yeah, in the end,
apparently 600,000 people did when they got the Canelo fight. Like, I still can't believe that fight did them numbers. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
maybe just niggas just know he's a novelty. Like, it's more like poking fun at him or something. I don't know.
But the novelty's got to come to an end eventually. The novelty wears off.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, let me see if this fight's even if they even taking any odds on that fight. I'm very curious to see if they are. Oh, there are odds on that fight. Jesus.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so in this fight for Berlanga, he is just a money line, but he's a minus 1,600 favorite, whereas opponent Jonathan Gonzalez Ortiz is a plus 750 underdog. Yeah. And I would say that should probably stay as a money line. Seriously. But yeah, no. Yeah.
You're supposed to run over this nigga.
Yeah. I mean, basically, Berlanga wants to do himself any good. He just better get rid of Dew within one round and then at least try to get some value up, whether or not he wants to leave Matchroom or go to PBC or whatever, do whatever. I mean, but like I said, Dude is he's pretty much established himself as not being shit. So, yeah, you are what you are, But hopefully, like I said, the rest of the card should be entertaining at least. And then just a couple, just fights I'll just mention before we get up out of there. We have Nick Ball that's fighting this weekend too against TJ Doheny. A fight I don't really approve of for that matter because that Doheny shouldn't be getting another title shot after the monster fight, but it's just notable because it's Queensberry's last non-DAZN event before they go over sometime later next month, I think. So I mean, yeah, Nick Ball. I mean, obviously Nick Ball should be fighting much better fighters than TJ Doheny.
He's been on a kind of like a little light touch trip since he got the belt from Ford, huh? It seems like
I remember his last fight was kind of hard.
But overall should have been a hard fight. Is what I'm saying. Like it wasn't supposed to be a hard fight for him.
It wasn't. It probably wasn't supposed to be, but I think it ended up being.
It was a little hard.
Yeah. So I mean, he's obviously if you want to catch him, but no. Now if Doheny actually beats his ass, then obviously that's probably the biggest upset this year. It'll probably be even bigger than the fucking draw with Tank and Roach. So it's like that shouldn't happen, but Ball got he got to stop fighting some old bullshit. And then of course on Thursday, Top Rank has the Japanese triple header and everything like that. So if you're gonna be up, early in the morning for that, make sure you catch that because for whatever reason, the top rank Japanese triple header cards have been really good. Like they're full of action and shit like that. So if you're up or you're one of them niggas that can't go to sleep, tune in to watch that fight though. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for all the box office. We touched upon a lot of different things. Anyone else have anything they want to say before we get up out of here?
Nah, we just tune in on Thursday. We'll probably have a rant episode Thursday because I know it's a lot of rants and shit to get off.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of rants, and hopefully, I gotta apologize for last week because we were planning on ranting last Thursday, but I ran into a very rare technical difficulty whereas my router got fried by a power surge.
Yeah, shit happens. I got a couple of rants in the vault, so I'm ready.
And he got some unreleased tracks he want to air that night.
Basically.
Pretty much, yeah. I know I got some rants I need to get off too. Like I found where I wrote what I wanted to say down. So we good for Thursday for ranting though. But yeah, no, it was good.
I want the DJ. I want the no DJ version rants.
Yeah.
I was like, niggas like, nah. I like when niggas is ad-libbing on my shit.
Oh, before we go, I mean, I guess do you want to have your comments about the latest Fatal Fury conference before we get up out of here?
Oh yeah, I thought that shit was it was better than the one last week. More energy, more spite, more bitterness, more negativity. Like I like all of that. I feed off of that shit. Like,
yo, the way you said more bitter, like honestly, like it's facts though, but it's hilarious to say that's more bitterness, yo. that shit sounds crazy though, but it's facts.
It is, I'm loving it. Like, cause you seeing it really come out. Like, Tio's finally kind of getting agitated by Barbosa just sunning him all the time, and just so like looking and talking to him with so much disdain.
Even though both of them were still dressing like the fucking village people and shit, nigga. Like, come on. Like,
yeah, Tank overdoing it. Like, Tank always missed the target.
They were looking like a fucking Sons of Anarchy and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Barbosa.
Well, Barbosa looked like he was something, but Tio looked like the niggas could have been on a 70s disco cover. The nigga was loud for no fucking reason.
Yeah, like Tio, this is the thing, like with Tio, and I know I tweeted this, like Fatal Fury sponsoring or whatever, it's injunction. Like the characters got iconic outfits and shit. If you're gonna dress up as one of the Fatal Fury people. Mm-hmm. You just dressing up and just wearing weird outfits and shirtless this and glasses, like you just being weird for the sake of weird.
I think
that dude is a weirdo, so that makes sense. And yes, he was just weird as fuck. I was expecting him to ask if we were going to take him to Funky Town, like, bro. Like,
but my thing with Tio is, I think like, because literally all of them have got that turkey payday and stuff. I think with Tio, I'm not trying to cape for Tio, but I think Tio he ain't been on that stage yet. You know what I'm saying? So he's overcompensating.
You're right. He hasn't been on that stage for a minute. Like, you know, like, I mean, last time he was on a stage like this was the Lomachenko fight, really.
Yeah, you know. So, but Haney, Ryan, all the niggas been eating good. Tio's kind of like he's trying to prove a point or something.
Yeah, Tio hasn't had this attention or money ever.
Yeah, he ain't seen them shit. Yeah.
Whereas Barbosa is straight up hungry. Like Barbosa knows his performances have been off though, but dude is talking the shit like he wants it. And
but then he know, Tio been ducking this nigga for 3 years. More than 3 years, like 5 years he been ducking this nigga.
At least, yeah.
If I'm posting artwork for 2022, like just imagine how long before he was ducking them.
Facts.
And we're getting the fight now in 2025.
Yeah, and of course, I heard because I didn't watch the clip yet of Haney and Ryan Garcia like running off at the mouth too. Because I only saw the clips yet. I'll probably watch the full interview like after this just to watch everything. But I mean, I saw the clips like obviously then of course Tio taking his Barbosa knocked Tio's hat off and then Barbosa. Yeah. Then Tio slaps Barbosa and then the fucking thing is too is like It was just funny seeing the fucking bodyguards carry Barbosa away like he was a fucking child. Like, it was like, goddamn, like let that nigga don't let that nigga's feet dangle like that. So I'm like, let that nigga walk back. Like just pull him away. You don't gotta carry him like a baby.
Like, yeah, like it's this middle school fight. And
yeah.
The two football coach ass PE teachers grab the students.
Yeah, it did. It did help that because Barbosa's feet was literally like dangling. Like this nigga looked like he was having a tantrum. Like, bro, like let put that nigga
Give him
down.
His medicine.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, King son? What it do?
Salute, King son. I think the only one that kind of behaved himself was Jose Ramirez. He was the only one that was like, you know what? Fuck what y'all niggas is talking about. I'm just here to fight and get paid. Like I'm not here to I'm not here to push no narratives and shit like that. Like
he out of all of them, he don't really have. He has at least bit of personality too.
Yeah, and of
Even
course,
in his fight style.
Yeah, I mean, now these days, I mean, with the exception of the Catterall fight or whatever, but was it no? Did he fight? Yeah, he fought Catterall. Yeah, he fought Catterall. Yeah, so it was like, Ramirez is like, been there, done that, whatever.
Hold on, Ramirez fought Catterall?
Wait, did he fight? Wait, no, it was Barboza. I'm sorry.
Barboza fought Catterall.
Yeah. So I got the struggles mixed up.
Yeah, but Barboza he got back-to-back wins on Catterall and Ramirez.
Yeah, the struggles. Yeah,
I mean, those are good wins. I mean, it's pretty.
Those are good ass fucking wins.
Those are good wins. Back-to-back wins. Those are good wins.
There were struggles.
And if he beat Tio, that's like. He got every chance in that Tio fight.
No, if he beats Tio, I hate to say it, but he's number one probably at 140.
Yeah, he's the man at 140 if he beats Tio. He's the actual man. So it's like,
probably makes pound for pound list too.
Truthfully, it needs to be 140 needs a shakeup. So why not an Arnold Barboza? It just depends now. Yeah. It's we said it before. It's Arnold Barboza's fight to lose.
Yeah, this is a fight where he has to be more aggressive and really follow the plan. Like I know how people was trying to hype up Lamont Roach following the plan against Tank. Yeah. But you got to follow the plan and still win rounds.
I can see him. I mean, I can see him. You know how because we talk about those fights, but he did lose his fight before that to that guy McComb. So I could see maybe him getting robbed against Teal. It'll be interesting. It's an intriguing fight. For saying that's intriguing for Barboza is a gift in itself.
Well, I mean, ironically, Barboza can also as a spoiler is also susceptible to spoilers himself, which is weird, but. That's the whole reason why he struggled so much. Because Barboza,
it's not like Tio ain't been struggling. He definitely deserved an Ortiz and Martin loss on his record.
Yeah, I mean, two spoilers. Basically, if two spoilers face, somebody has to be on the offense. And usually, spoilers don't like to lead consistent offense all the time. Like it's rare that they'll be counter punches at best, but they don't like to lead consistent hands, and that's why Barboza looks so bad.
And Teal's power ain't been there at 140. You got one stoppage in 5 fights, so we'll see how that goes.
Hold on, this fight at 140 or 147?
140. It's 140.
It's a 140.
Okay. Yeah, it's the other fight set at 147.
Well, no, I think the Haney Ramirez is a catch weight of 143 or 144. Rolly Ramirez is for a fake WBA.
I thought that was at 147. Haney fighting.
No, they mentioned it today on the whole thing. They're saying it's going to be a catch weight.
Oh, okay.
But Rolly Ryan's going to be for a fake WBA title at 147.
Yeah, a bullshit title. So it's
going to be a welterweight. It's going to be
at a real weight though.
At welterweight, it's going to be a welterweight title though.
Yeah, and for Rolly for whatever reason, also been running off the mouth too. Why I don't know why, but he's been running off the mouth too.
You got to sell a fight, Rolly.
Yeah, I mean,
the worst nigga on this card.
Yeah, and he's the main event.
Yeah, crazy how that works.
Yeah,
but I feel like in a real world, Tio and Barboza would be the damn main event for this one.
Super facts.
And that's a motherfucking opener.
Right.
This is the most significant fight on the whole card.
Super facts, nigga. It's super that's omega facts right there. Nigga.
And and shout out to Android. I see he had sent me the damn. I had tweeted it. Say some little promo highlight that they put out, that Ring Magazine put out of Barboza and Tio. Look, man, if y'all the Ring Magazine and y'all got money like that, y'all gotta have way better highlight reel promos than this bullshit.
I mean, let's put it this way: Barboza's highlights. He one shot Mike Alvarado and he had the War of Saucedo. There's not a whole lot of highlights of that nigga's career like that.
I get that, but dude, you could make some exciting highlights from Arnold Barboza and Tio. We know Tio's highlights are going to look better, but okay, that's Tio, but put them together though. The overall product should be better. That shit they just put out was trash.
I mean,
you got Tio dancing and he knocks motherfuckers out. What are y'all doing?
Well, I guess we'll have to wait for the official like Saudi Fatal Fury crossover promo video, which I'm sure is coming soon.
Yeah, this little bullshit feeler they put out, like, there's regular YouTube niggas who could do better highlight reels than this. Like, y'all Ring Magazine, like,
facts.
Y'all better scoop y'all up some talent or something.
Hell, nigga, you could just hit us up, Pro and LB could have cooked something up. You know what I mean?
Like Prolific does way better shit than this, man. Like, come on, like this what we getting from Ring Magazine? Everybody wants to get a bag from these niggas. Mm-hmm. This is the level y'all at.
Yeah,
like I get it. Like Arnold Barbosa, that's not the best damn highlight producing ass nigga. Mm-hmm. But there's highlights of him running off combinations and shit y'all could get. And significant punches. Like, I get that. But then T.O., there's no excuse for T.O. Mm-hmm. That's supposed to be knockouts and backflips.
Yeah. And then whatever,
y'all fucked that up.
And whatever TikTok dance that he be doing,
Yeah, like shit, we got it off the time at the time. We got better highlights in our shit from fucking 5 years ago.
Hacks.
with me and Rome, like with Prolific, like we got better T.O. highlights than the shit y'all just put out. So it's like there's no fucking excuse, man. Like, y'all want to be the saviors of the sport and top of the line shit, y'all gotta put out top of the line quality shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and hopefully, I don't know if there's gonna be another press conference or we're just gonna wait until. The fight's in less than 2 months, so we'll probably just get maybe one more conference. Maybe and then maybe a weigh-in, but it might be later on down the line though. But yeah, like I said, I'll watch it in full after this, just before I go to bed, just to see what. Yeah, but like I said, it definitely had a livelier atmosphere, and Todd Grisham's ass finally getting roasted by Bill Haney was also nice too, because and it wasn't for, and I know it was for good reason, because dude was kind of. He was, I think he was one of the speakers. I think he was the MC or whatever. And dude was kind of giving Ryan Garcia a little bit too much praise, and he was talking sarcastically towards Haney. And Bill Haney called his monkey ass out on that. So, and he was right to do it. So, Todd Grisham got the vapors.
Yeah, and it's like real talk. Like these niggas, they be so dismissive. These boxers, these warriors. Guys like him and Jim Gray being these little passive aggressive assholes, they need to be getting checked sometime. Like
facts.
Even if you could say Bill went overboard, it's like the fact he still had to check this.
Yeah.
Even though, like I said earlier, y'all signed up for this shit, but hey, that don't mean you got to take it like that anyway.
Facts. Fuck Todd Grisham for that.
Him and Mannix, oh my goodness, I can never take the zone serious until they get better commentary.
Or they just don't commentate at all. It's
y'all niggas need to do silent commentary fights. I just want to see hear the corners and the crowd and the punches.
Yeah, facts though. But like I said, we need more livelier, bitter fight conferences. I swear that's gonna be where that's gonna be a whole thing. What's the level of bitterness on the build up? And that'll be the new measuring stick now for build up.
The bitterness. I don't even know why it even came out like that. I'll just rattle it off, and that shit just came out these niggas feel bitter.
Well, that's what the best things are. Like I said, the best things that we say are freestyle. It comes from just straight up inspiration. It just comes out of there. So if you hear any other podcasts, talking about the level of bitterness, well, this is say we hear it from first, because that's the new scale right now, the bitterness scale from 1 through 10. Are these niggas bitter enough to go throw some hands?
Bitterness is at a level 8 on this card.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Niggas, there's a lot of bitterness here. You got niggas I'm not main event. This nigga, he too garbage to me be main event. Wait, why I'm the opener? I'm fighting the toughest opponent. Why this nigga been ducking me all these years? why I'm fighting this? Why this cheating ass bastard the damn made of it? There's a whole bunch of energy, bro.
Yeah, you're right. All 6 fighters on this fucking card have have a right to be legitimately bitter about some shit going on, and that shit is low key crazy because you just broke that shit down on all of them, nigga. Like
Jose Ramirez probably the only guy on that card who doesn't have any bitterness, or he might just be in the most neutral position. Like, you lost to a nigga who's on the opener, and you're the co-main, motherfucker. Like,
yeah,
you better be humble, nigga. But you're also the co-main against a nigga that, hey, like, this is a super winnable fight for you.
Yeah.
Like, he could probably come up the hardest out of everybody out of that. Pause. So that's why I say it's not a 10 bitterness, but it's definitely an 8.
Yeah, because like all these, all of them have chips on their shoulders, and that's why when I said like just going to this card, just obviously hearing what the logistics are gonna be, I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be some fuckery. This is Times Square. I've been to Times Square before plenty of times, nigga. Like, yeah, there's a potential for some real fuckery.
I don't even know the logistics of how they're gonna make that happen. They're not gonna have bleachers and stands. They're just gonna have these niggas fighting, and they're gonna film it.
I mean, we've seen. Niggas have fought in malls. They fought on boats before. Like,
but like that's
prison.
Those places don't have traffic. Doesn't Times Square have cars and shit? And
yeah, traffic? They're not blocked. They're honestly gonna have to get a permit. Like when niggas film movies and shit over there, they got to get some sort of permit.
Well, shouldn't they already have this permit?
I'm pretty sure they probably do. Like that's the whole reason why this shit's like. This shit
are they gonna really stop traffic, or like I can't even imagine what they're gonna do to make this shit happen. Like,
yeah, that's like I said. It's gonna be it's only gonna be roped up for like 300 like seats or whatever the fuck, and that's gonna be obviously gonna be for like media people or whatever, or like dignified people or like special guests or whatever the fuck. And then everyone else it's gonna be on some standing shit like it's like on some basically like it's Fatal Fury, my nigga, like you know what I mean? So it's
so damn I wonder what they accounting for with the crowds and shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, all I know is because this is New York, niggas be wilding off like that's what I'm saying. Like the more that I think about it, because I was talking about it with my brother. My brother was like he might want to go, and I was like, he was asking me if I might go, and I was like, yeah, I might try to go, but then in hindsight, like there's just too much fuckery in the world today. I don't know. That's really a good idea. If like there's not enough.
That's what I'm saying. Like to even get a good seat or a good position, you might have to be there hours early.
Yeah, because they're gonna block. Because I was there I did a New Year's in Times Square, bro. And I remember me and it was like me and like 5 of my boys, right? We had like we were circling around because we were going in and out of like different. This is when New York was still New York. I think this was maybe before this is before they started removing some of the more salacious establishments. And then we get to the area where they're supposed to be, and the cop is like, "Yo, you gotta make a decision." In like 5 minutes, you either have to get in the square or you gotta get out because you can. Once we start closing this off, that shit is it. And we got in just in time because they were blocking, and it was still crowded as fuck too. Like it was mad crowded, even as we got in because when they started blocking off streets and shit. So, yeah. I mean, I think the only saving grace of that night was it was abnormally warm. Like it was in the 60s. Like it was so fucking crazy. So like niggas wasn't freezing out there. Like it was comfortable. But yeah, like I never did it again though. But yeah, I can only imagine like that's how it's going to be. But like I guess we're gonna let Turkey cook on that one. See what they do.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope this just a disgrace boxing and do some crazy like fucked up shit happen or airplane drop out the sky or some shit. I don't know. Like, there's so much shit could go wrong.
But I'm just hoping, or like I said, whether it's within, with the within the boxers cliques and stuff like that, or outside of it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like, I mean, as potential for straight up fuckery, but we'll see. But I think that's pretty much about it for tonight. Like I said, Thursday we'll have a ranting podcast. We definitely got stuff to rant about. But yeah, it was good Caskin, get off some boxing talk and whatnot. So yeah, for myself, Pat Scorpio doing representer, for LB Shuttleworth, the guy of the Go artist, for King People, Nigga People, for Conscious Pilot, and for Rome Top 5. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Deuces.